All right. It looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Let me know if you can hear me if you are watching live on the chat. I forgot to check my microphone before starting this, so let me just double check and make sure you guys can hear me. If you're watching live, go ahead and drop a one if you can hear me because I have been having microphone issues for the past few days. All right, so hello everyone. For those of you that are new to my channel, I am Boss Attorney Bri. I am a California licensed attorney, and here on my channel, we cover celebrity lawsuits, trademark lawsuits, and anything else we feel like covering under the law and that we think is going to be very entertaining. I know that I have a lot of new subscribers, so if you wouldn't mind and you're watching live, go ahead and drop in the chat where you're watching from. If you are watching on the replay, go ahead and drop in the comment section where you are watching from. Okay, I see some ones coming in, so that means that everyone can hear me. We have some of the regulars popping in. We have my father's son saying, hey, Miss Bree, hello, welcome to the live stream. I definitely appreciate your support as always. And we also have Who Said Kate saying, hey, boss attorney, hello. I have seen you here before, so welcome back. I definitely appreciate the support. And we have my father's son saying he's watching from Akron, Ohio. We have Caitlin Klein. I think that's a new name, but welcome to the live stream, watching from Minnesota. And we have MB Geralds from North Texas. Susan Rainey from Georgia, and Who Said Kate from Los Angeles. And so I did a poll about a week ago, and I was surprised to find that most of the people that watch my channel are actually not in California where I am. But I mean, I guess that makes sense. YouTube allows you to reach people outside of the country, in your state. So I'm happy to be here, regardless of where you guys are watching from. And we have CB watching from Chicago. Thank you guys for dropping in the chat. I always like to know where everyone is watching from, especially as new subscribers come in. I want to see if my time is working for everybody. And I like to just get to know who you are. All right, so enough with the small talk. We are going to be talking about two different cases today. We're going to be covering two trademark cases actually. So this is what you come to my channel for. We're talking about trademark infringement. One case we have already covered on this channel. We covered the actual complaint on this channel, and that is the case with Hermes, the owner of the Birkin bag, suing an NFT creator for making that was funny. Suing an NFT creator for making an NFT of a MetaBirkin, which we called on the last stream a fuzzy Birkin because it literally looks like a fuzzy picture of a Birkin bag. We're gonna look at the pictures. If you don't know what a Birkin bag is, it is a super expensive designer handbag that is super hard to get, and they are very expensive. I think the cheapest one is like $7,000. So this guy comes along and creates these fuzzy Birkins, or what he likes to call MetaBirkins, and charges like $40,000, $60,000, and upward for a digital asset called an NFT. We have gone over NFTs a couple times on this channel, but we're going to get into that case right after I introduce the second case that we're covering today. Another case that recently popped up is Facebook is being sued again. Yes, they decided to change their name to Meta, and all of a sudden, a bunch of people are suing them for the name, for the design of the logo. I think Meta might need to go ahead and change whatever branding they were trying to go for this whole virtual reality stuff. So we're going to jump into that case. And I did not have a chance to read over these documents today because today was a day with working with my clients. So hopefully I'm not too tripped up off of the things when I'm reading them. All right, so let me pop back over to the chat and see what's going on. I think we left off on CB. So we have Michaela Dawson here from CA. Okay, welcome. We on the same time zone. I know that happens a lot where we're not on the same time zone. And Who Said Kate? It's a bag I will never own. And I think Hermes makes it so that us regular folk cannot own these bags. It's very exclusive. They want you to buy something like a scarf for $1,000 or more before they even consider you for a Birkin bag. So unless you are a celebrity or you have a lot of money, it's going to be very hard to get a Birkin bag in your lifetime. And that is why they retail for so much money, because they don't want regular people having these bags. They want the celebrities, they want the people with the money. They don't want you to save up. They just want you to have it in your bank account. So you are not the only one that will never own a Birkin bag. And to me, they're a little plain. I don't see why I would spend $8,000 to $15,000 to $30,000 on this bag, but to each their own. All right, we have B Merck off 9 from New Jersey. Welcome to the live stream. We have Gabriel George. Hello from Canada. Hello there. Welcome to the live stream. And we have who says, Kate, I do love to loom at, look, I'm pretty sure you mean look at them. Yeah, not these fuzzy Birkins. I guarantee you that. We're going to look right at those in a second. And then we have Divinity, OGs, and Kanye bought his chick and her friends each one. Yeah, these bags are expensive, but people like Kanye West, the Kardashians, other celebrities, they can go to the store and buy this bag. I'm pretty sure they only make a select few of them. And I have also seen research that it costs about $800 to make this handcrafted bag, but they're charging $7,000 minimum, and I may be under quoting the price. So I'm pretty sure Kanye West was buying the really expensive ones. Okay, and all the rappers want to talk about Birkin bags and make us regular folk think we need one, and we just can't afford it. Okay. All right, we have MB Gerald saying, I'd rather have a Kelly. I'm not sure what a Kelly is. I'm not super into designer stuff, so I'm not sure what a Kelly is, but I will look it up. I don't need to own their bags. I'm good, says Upside Down. I feel like a lot of people feel like that. So the reason why we're talking about Birkin is because they are involved in a trademark lawsuit. As said earlier, we have covered this case on this channel before, where Hermes, the owner of the Birkin bag, the owner of the Birkin bag trademark, sued this guy called Mr. Rothschild. I can't remember his first name right now, because he created MetaBirkins and sold them for hundreds of thousands, or not hundreds of thousands, but tens of thousands of dollars, going for $40,000, $60,000. And they are literally NFTs, which is a non-fungible token, which is a digital asset. I couldn't really tell you exactly what it is. It exists on the blockchain. It looks like a picture to me, but maybe you'll be able to use it in your virtual reality world. I probably will do more research on it, because NFTs have been coming up a lot when it comes to trademark law. We've also talked about the response that StockX did to Nike, and how they may have a better chance at winning their trademark infringement lawsuit in that case, if they can prove that every NFT has a physical product attached to it. However, this case is a little more shaky, and I'm so happy that I was able to find the motion to dismiss and the judge's determination on that motion to dismiss, because I do not think that they have as much of a fighting chance as StockX may have. So let's pop on over and check out the fuzzy Birkin, like I like to call it. And so these are the NFTs that people were buying for $40,000. It's just a 4 square of these little Birkin bags. You see they have the little locks on it. It's a similar design. It's called a MetaBirkin because it's supposed to exist in virtual reality. For those of you that know what a Birkin bag looks like, go ahead and comment whether it looks like a Birkin bag. If you don't know what a Birkin bag looks like, or if you just want to participate in this comment as well, go ahead and comment if you would pay $40,000 for 4 fuzzy Birkins, because it comes in the strip like 1, 2, 3, 4 horizontal. They just put the pictures like this to show the Birkin bags that they are selling. Originally, when I saw the fuzzy Birkins, I thought they were just blurred out because we haven't unlocked them yet, or we haven't bought them yet, because the little lock right here. But this is actually what they were selling, fuzzy pictures of Birkin bags. So let me see if I can pop back into the chat and see what you guys have to say about these fuzzy Birkins. I should probably call it by the name that they're trying to make it go by, which is the MetaBirkin, but fuzzy Birkin it is for me. We have Hermes has always been expensive and very exclusive. Yes, they do not want us regular folks in there. And Kelly is the Birkin. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. See? I can't afford it, so I don't think about it. Dickie says, Noise Trademarks. I think nice trademarks. Welcome to the stream, Dickie. Nice to see you again. And B. Gerald's no, a Kelly is Hermes, as is a Birkin. I know which one you're talking about now, but I've only known about it because of the research that I've done on the Birkin bags. I think Birkin is just a little bit more popular in the urban culture because the female rappers rap about it. All right, Birkin is not a brand, it's a design. But they actually use it as a trademark. So that's why we're talking about it. We know that Hermes owns the brand or owns the Birkin bag. They own the trademark, they own the trade dress. But we're talking about Birkin in the space of a trademark, which you're right, a design, because they also have a design trademark for it as well. We have Dav's Beat. Welcome back to the live stream. Nice to see you again. Wait, StockX is getting sued again. Yeah, StockX is getting sued by Nike for making NFTs of Nike shoes, but they have also made several NFTs of other products that they have, like Adidas and whatever else they sell on StockX. They're making NFTs and attaching them. Let me not do quotation marks. It's alleged that they are attaching them to physical products, so you can either buy the NFT and the shoes never get sent to you, but you have an NFT. So when you want to sell the shoe, you just sell the NFT without having to send in the actual product. So yes, StockX is being sued again. Dickie says YouTube lawyer Ian Crozine might be worth checking out if you care about NFTs. He's been all about them for a long time now. I think I've seen his channel a couple of times. I just don't have time to look all the way into it, and it's a super confusing area because it's so new. And then Dasby corrected for StockX. Silly fake crypto lawsuit. I'm not surprised. It's an NFT lawsuit. Who said? Kate says, MB Gerald, my error. Okay, just correcting there. That could be LV or Kate Spade. Are you saying the fuzzy Birkins look like it could be Louis Vuitton or Kate Spade? Yeah, but I feel like a lot of the designer bags, they kind of overlap. And although Hermes has a trade dress protection for the Birkin bag, I still feel like a lot of bags look like the Birkin bag. Okay, we got Oh Dear. Dickie says, wouldn't buy them if they were real and in my hand. I wouldn't buy a fuzzy Birkin for 40,000. I don't think I would buy anything digital for 40,000 if I don't even know what it's going to do for me. But people have made money off of these fuzzy Birkins. Dickie says might act as a reseller or something if the markup is high enough. Yeah, they're selling like originally for 40,000, then mark it up to 60,000, 80,000. And I don't even think the real Birkin bags, some of them are a lot cheaper than $40,000. So it could be a good investment. All right, we have Chaz Focus Reacts. Welcome back to the live stream. It's nice to see you here. Listen, it's a bad deal to spend thousands on a bag if you don't have thousands to put in a bag. That is true. That is something that a lot of people need to know. No point of buying a $1,000 wallet or a $5,000 bag and then you don't have any more money. All right, Upside Down says, I handcraft my own goods from recycled materials, hand painted, dyed, and they're slamming. Works of art. Someone tried to steal my NFTs. They got a surprise when they tried to open them up. Oh no. Okay, you doing the right thing though, because NFTs did become very popular and people were, they say you can't recreate them, but they would try to copy and paste them. But sounds like you set yours up right to make sure it doesn't get stolen. You have Yes from MB Gerald. Das Beat says they might be better off creating a marketplace for companies to sell NFTs the way that NASDAQ or NYSE are mediums for companies to sell public shares of the firm, which is why these big name brands are trying to protect their name because, of course, they own the trademark, they own the name in the actual physical products that they sell. But here comes some people out of the woodworks profiting off of their name recognition to sell NFTs when I don't think they really have the right to sell these NFTs. All right, we have Birkin Co. contacted me, said I have really nice skin, scheduled an appointment. Now I get it, got to cancel. Okay, so you got invited to Birkin Co. I think you mean Hermes because that's the owner of the Birkin bag. All right, so Maybe you'll be the first in the chat to get a Birkin bag. All right, so let's pop over. So we've seen the fuzzy Birkins. We are now going to take a look at the actual motion to dismiss. This is from Mr. Rothschild. He was sued by Birkin, or not Birkin, but by Hermes because of his fuzzy Birkin NFTs. They are saying that it's trademark infringement and it's also trade dress infringement because they're using the name Birkin in the title of the NFT, and they're also using the design, the style of the actual Birkin bag to sell it. So let's just kind of look at some of the things, some of the arguments that Mr. Rothschild has on why he does not think he is liable for trademark infringement in this instant. And they have to be creative with this argument because it is a new area of law. All right, so the first thing that they say is Hermes trademark infringement claims must be dismissed under the Second Circuit's holding under Rogers and Grimaldi, basically saying that Rothschilds, which is the defendant in this case, the MetaBirkin creator, depiction of Birkin bags and use of the MetaBirkin names are artistically relevant. So he is just saying that he's using the name and the design because he created these pictures. But you're literally copying the Birkin bag. So I don't know how artistic that can be. Maybe he's trying to argue the fuzziness makes it different. All right, Rothschild's use is not explicitly misleading. We'll see about that. Explicitly means explicitly. That is an interesting heading. And so we're going through the headings because lawyers tend to put their arguments in the heading so the judges know what to expect. We're not going to read this whole motion today because it's a lot and we have another case to get to. All right. Explicit misleadingness is not a function of confusion. So they're basically saying the misleading is okay in this situation. Rothschild's sale of his art does not reduce its First Amendment protection. I believe we'll see what they're talking about there. Then he goes on to say, even if Rogers did not apply, Stars will bar Hermes infringement claims here. We'll go into deeper what they mean by that later on. Hermes trademark dilution claims must be dismissed. So basically they're saying that they have a defense to committing trademark infringement against the Birkin bag. So, all right, let me see. I'm making sure I didn't miss any comments here. The thing about NFTs that they are subject to royalties. The artists get 10% every time they change hands. Yes, I am seeing that, and a lot of people do not know that. So even when they sell $40,000 first time, he gets that $40,000, and then the next sale he gets a percentage of that. And they actually break down the percentage, I believe, in this case, and I believe it's somewhere around 10 to 20%, but I don't remember off the top of my head, and I don't have the time to go scrolling to see what his percentage would be, but they basically set that percentage out at the onset. And so he'll be getting paid every time these Birkin bags or these MetaBirkins sell. They want to make a Birkin bacon bag. Oh no. I feel like they might have put that picture in the law. No, they made, oh no. His first one was a baby Birkin bag, which had like a picture of a baby in the womb on it or something like that. And it sold for not millions, but thousands and thousands of dollars. Okay, let's hop into like the preliminary statement that Rothschild is given. He says, Mason Rothschild, okay, let's go back up. Sorry. Defendant Mason Rothschild submits this memorandum in support of his motion to dismiss the complaint of plaintiffs Hermes International, Hermes of Paris, and entirely for failure to state a claim pursuant the rule of civil procedure. And I forgot to show you guys what I was reading, but here it is right here. They're basically saying that Hermes cannot win on a trademark infringement claim, so the court should just throw out their entire lawsuit. It should not proceed forward to trial. Just based off of what you guys have already seen, do you think this might be trademark infringement? And before you answer that question, let me just go back and define trademark for those of you who do not know. A trademark is basically anything that you use to distinguish your brand from a brand of another. It generally is your name, your trade name, your logo, any slogan you may have. You can also trademark color, you can trademark sound, you can trademark smell if it is distinct to what your brand is. People know you for that certain thing. So the reason why Rothschild is being sued is because they're using the trade dress, which is the design of the actual Birkin bag, and they're also using the name Birkin, which is a trade name. So that's why we're looking at trademark infringement. Do you guys think that this is falling under it, or do you think it's different enough because they put Meta in the front to let you know that it's virtual? Or do you think the fuzzy Birkin bags don't look close enough to actual Birkin bags to be actually considered trademark infringement? So let me know what you guys have to say about that. And I'm going to pop back over to the response. Mason Rothschild is an artist who has created a series of digital artwork and depict and comment on Hermes Birkin handbags. Each of the 100 works of Rothschild's MetaBirkin series is unique, fanciful interpretation of a Birkin bag. Rothschild's art is made with pixels, but the bags are depicted as fur covered. So he's basically trying to say that it is artistic because he has changed the actual Birkin bag. The Birkin bag, I believe, is made out of leather. I don't know because I haven't touched one, but I believe it's made out of leather. But he's saying that his is artistic because he is making all of them fuzzy. I don't know if there's any real Birkin bags that are actual fuzzy. And then he says that he's designing it with pixels as if that is to make it different because he doesn't have the actual material to make a Birkin bag. So this is his artistic ability that he's putting out there. Since he can make a bag with pixels, he should not be responsible for trademark infringement. Okay. This aspect of Rothschild's MetaBirkins art comment on the animal cruelty inherent in Hermes' manufacture of the ultra expensive leather handbags. They're trying to call them out for animal cruelty. Okay. These images and the NFT that authenticate them are not handbags. They carry nothing but meaning. Hermes asked the court to suppress Rothschild's art and to restrain his protected speech in the service of protecting Hermes' commercial interest in his trademark. So he's trying to say he has free speech laws to make these MetaBirkins. I don't know about that. Interesting argument, but I don't know if you have the free speech right to literally put out digital versions of someone's product and call it we're campaigning against them because of animal cruelty. I don't know. That seems like a stretch. All right. So let me pop back over to the comments to make sure I'm getting everybody. Upside Down says, yes, it does vary depending on popularity. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to there. Let me see if I can go up. Oh, the NFTs. Yeah, the cost of the NFTs that the original creator gets paid varies depending on the popularity. I agree with that. Okay. Dickie says, too rusty on this, but I don't think it matters if the bags are real or not if it's being used in the same industry, which this still is. A bag is a bag regardless of whether or not the bag is real, which is the approach that I'm taking just because there is a lot of talk about a virtual reality. So imagine someone like Birkin has built their reputation up to where people are willing to spend $8,000 on their smallest bag. And when Metaverse comes out, they can't even profit off of that name. Same thing going on with Nike. Your virtual avatar will be rocking a prestigious Birkin bag, and the money's not even going to not even going to Hermes. You might be wearing a Nike shirt, and the money's not going to Nike. So I don't think that they should be able to profit because your avatar is going to be using the bag. And who knows? You might be able to put things in your virtual bag. Dickie says, hopefully not cross on what this is about. I think you're on the right track. Dav's Beats. Oh, I lost it. I think it should go to trial. Okay, you're on to something here. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Rosie says, I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Rosie Birkin Bacon Bag coming soon. Don't do it because Hermes will sue you. Upside Down says, I would take a hit before I sold my NFT to a Rothschild. I don't know what that means. Dickie says, if you owned a real world trademark and I put your product in my video game, you'd have a case against me. Exactly what Kim Kardashian threatened about what was it? Roadblocks? What's that game called? Story blocks? I forget what it's called, but she threatened to sue them for saying they had an extra video of her in their game. All right, so did I already do this one? Yeah. Oh, Vicky says it wouldn't matter if the product is in a game or real or not. Yes, because it's an imitation of the product that they're selling. It's not like you created a different, like you created virtual notebooks and called them Birkins. I don't think Birkin makes notebooks, so you might get away with that. All right. Be Merc off 9. So I don't think that it's infringement because the NFT is clearly not an actual item, but it sounds to me that the artist has surrendered that point. Yes, they're actually like, okay, it could be infringement, but I have the right to use it because of this defense that I will have. All right, Rosie O'Donnell says there is something seriously wrong with a bag made of pig skin. I think a lot of people would agree with that. Dickie says you can't take people's IP in the US and call it yours just because you made it into an NFT. I support that standing. I think a lot of business owners who make this country go round will support that standing. So I think that Hermes has a case on this. I think Nike's case may be a little more difficult just because they are StockX is claiming that they have the actual product, but I still think that the big company should be the person to actually make the NFTs. All right. MB Gerald says the name Birkin should have never been used. The silhouette art would never even have drawn attention without the name. Exactly, because there are so many bags that have a similar shape, even though they have a trade dress protection for the Birkin bag. There's so many bags that have the same shape. Okay. And that's a good point as well, is because if he didn't use the name MetaBirkin, do you think they would have paid $40,000 for that? I highly, highly, highly doubt that. All right. So there are a dozen of art prints of Birkins you can buy, but they don't say Birkin. Yes, that is a good point to make. Diggy says, you harm the IP owner doing as such. Exactly. They should be able to profit off of the name that they created. And you would be surprised how many famous trademarks have protection in categories that you wouldn't think is similar to what they're doing. But since the mark is so famous, they have that protection. You're not going to see a lot of people coming out with a McDonald's logo to sell notebooks. McDonald's probably doesn't own notebooks, but I bet you they will stop you from copying them. If because what if they wanted to go into notebooks? Everybody knows the McDonald's M. Same thing with Birkin. Everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people know what a Birkin bag is, so they're going to expect it to be coming from a certain source, whether it's digital, whether it is a plastic. If someone decided to sell plastic handbags, or someone decided to sell clothing, you should know it's coming from that same owner. All right. Diggy says, my question is more, how is the bag a trademark? So it's actually the name Birkin is a trademark, and then the actual product design is a trademark. It's called trade dress protection. So you can actually file a trade, I guess it's not a trademark, but you can file an application with a trademark office to protect the actual product design of your item. So even if it's a little cookie container or a box that is shaped different, it's not a regular square or a regular rectangle, you can possibly get a trade dress registration for that. All right. Dasby says he's campaigning for a profit. Yeah, you are talking about animal cruelty while you're pocketing $100,000 for 2 virtual Birkin bags. That's not gonna fly, but good shot though. Exactly. You can't make that much money and expect the owner not to sue you. It doesn't make sense. All right, Mr. Dickon Balls. What an interesting name there. I had a debate with my girlfriend on her right to choose. I told her no, she has no choice, because with me, she will always be treated like a queen. I think that's polite to say, but we're not talking about that right now. So that would be an interest. I haven't looked at the Roe versus Wade stuff, but I think that's going to be a very interesting outcome if they really are overturning Roe versus Wade. All right, Upside Down says, LOL, he sounds ridiculous. Pixels are a unit of measure. Thank you for pointing that out. Rosie O'Donnell says, Mr. D, we're not going to say his name. It's a little inappropriate for my stream. All right, stop it. Promises, promises. Okay. Upside down. LOL, Rosie. I know, right? Mr. D. I'm going to call you Mr. D. Okay. So that clears it up. They're using the name. Yep. Thank you. Yep, exactly. They're using the name and they're also using the actual shape of the bag. But as I forgot who said it earlier. I think MG Gerald said it. It would the design wouldn't have brought attention if they didn't use the name Birkin. So let's pop back over to the Birkin bag. I probably should have did this case second. This getting a little interesting. Okay, Hermes claims should be dismissed as a matter of law under well-settled Second Circuit precedent, now followed by many other circuits. Rothschild has every right to make and sell art that depicts branded products. Not exactly. That same law gives Rothschild the right to identify his depictions of Birkin bags as MetaBirkins, a name that both refers to the context in which he makes the art available, the online virtual environment popularity dubbed the metaverse, and alludes to his artwork meta commentary on the Birkin bag and fashion industry more general. No, that's not commentary by adding a suffix or a prefix of what will describe a virtual product. All right. Under Rogers, Hermes claims are straightforwardly defective. Hermes hopes to confuse matters by Hermes hopes to confuse matters by emphasizing that Rothschild sells his digital artwork by way of non-fungible tokens. Both Rothschild's art does not lose its First Amendment protection just because he sells it. Almost every case in which courts have applied Rogers, including Rogers itself, has involved speech that was sold. This is not speech, though. This is you literally making fuzzy Birkin bags and selling them for $40,000. This is not speech. When they're talking about the artistic ability, we're talking about people that are potentially creating like a giant crunch bar and they're actually using, I don't know, paper mache or something. Then you know that Crunch did not create this artwork, but you know that a different artist created it versus a metaverse opening up and people learning that you can buy NFTs to use in the metaverse and you naming it MetaBirkins make it sound like Hermes has created a virtual bag. It does not, what you are saying is not showing commentary. It's not giving commentary to me. Let me know what you guys think. It's not giving commentary to me. It's giving trying to make a quick buck off of someone's name. All right, so let's pop back over here and all right, and the fact that Rothschild sells each digital artwork with an NFT, the technological means by which Rothschild authenticates his artwork makes no difference. Rothschild's First Amendment rights do not depend on how he sells his art any more than they depend on whether he sells it. The bottom line here is that Hermes wants to stop Rothschild from creating fanciful pictures. It's not fanciful. There's nothing creative about copying a bag and making it fuzzy. There's nothing creative. And it's with pixels, according to him. What? That's not fanciful. And for those of you who do not know what fanciful means in the term of trademarks, it's something that is basically made up. So Google would be considered or was considered a fanciful trademark because it had no meaning before Google became Google. Kodak was considered fanciful because it had no meaning before Kodak became Kodak. So he's trying to say that he made these pictures because he used pixels, but he used the Birkin bag design and he also just added fuzz to it. That's not making something fanciful. That's like when you try to get a trademark and you want the trademark to be called the body glove, but then you just squeeze all the words together and say the body glove. The examiner is going to be like, dude, no, you're just using plain words and smushing them together. That's not fanciful. Sorry. Here we go. So where were we at? The bottom line here is that Hermes wants to stop Rothschilds from creating fanciful pictures that comments on its handbags. It doesn't even have any comments. It's just a fuzzy bag. From calling those artworks MetaBirkins, that's not a comment. and from promoting those artworks. But trademark law does not give Hermes control over Rothschild's art, nor can it. The First Amendment guarantees his right to respond in the marketplace of ideas to the inescapable corporate brand message by which we are bombarded with every day, virtually everywhere we look. He is really trying to use First Amendment or free speech, First Amendment rights for trademarks because he's creating fuzzy Birkins. Okay, so this is just when it kind of gets into the law. I don't think we should really go over this because it's going to be a lot of technical terms in this, and I may do a separate stream for what he's actually asserting. I think that preliminary statement was enough for me to really understand what he's trying to say and what he's trying to do. I don't think he has a good argument, so we can kind of pop over to what the judge decided because this page, this document is about 30 pages long, but we're not going to go through that whole thing. Okay. So let me pop into the comments and see what you guys have to say before we pop over to the judge's actual decision on this, and then we'll pop into the meta trademark complaint. All right. So where was the last comment I left off on? I think is it highlighted? Okay, there we are. Rosie O'Donnell says Mr. D calls me a queen, treats me like a pig. It is something I said. Is it something I did? Oink. Do you guys know each other for real? I'm confused now. B Murphoff 9. What about the stand that the bag is on top of? Then the concept of blaring it all. I think it equals fanciful. No. Let's go back to it. So you're saying that the fact that it is on top of this little square thing and it's blurred. I don't think it's supposed to be blurred. It's supposed to be fuzzy. He made it hairy, basically. So it's not supposed to be blurry. It's just the design that he created with the pixels, I guess. No, I would say no, because when you go to a Hermes store, they're on little stands like this, or they're on either flat shelves, and I've also seen them on stands like this. You making it fuzzy, that's like saying, okay, I'm going to buy an actual Birkin bag and I'm going to just color all over it, and now this is art. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, so we have Diggy Sam. This is a reminder of why it's very important to have a lawyer before you name your company or your products. This is very true. If he had a lawyer, they should have advised him not to call these fuzzy Birkins. However, if he had a lawyer and they told him that, he would probably not listen because he wanted to make $40,000 off of using their name. Rosie O'Donnell says, I'm sorry. Daz Beat says, who the heck is buying to sell these things anyways? The reseller would need to resell for at least 11% to make the most minimal profit due to them giving 10% to the creator. Exactly. It would need to go up in price significantly in order for you to make a profit. It's not just like regular, and I may be misspeaking because I don't know the stock market like that, but you buy something for $20 and you sell it for $30, your profit is $10. However, in this case, if you buy something for $20, you sell it for $30, the person will then get $3 and you are profiting $7. So it would really depend. I think I did that math right. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But you would basically still be giving them 10% of every sale that you make. So you would have to, of course, sell it for more than what you bought it for, and then a significant amount in order to make a good amount of money. All right. Hey, KB says, hey, Bri, I'm a IP paralegal. Your input on LawTube is, love your input on LawTube. And so glad you joined them. Great addition to the LT team. Subscribe. Thank you. Welcome to the live stream, and thank you for subscribing. I'm glad that you appreciate my commentary here. Rosie O'Donnell says, people really buy these. Yeah, people really bought these fuzzy Birkin strips. Someone said bacon earlier, so now we have Birkin strips because it comes in fours, from my understanding. So you will get your whole Birkin strip right here, across horizontally. Birkin strips. All right, just coming up with new stuff. All right. Upside Down says he'll have to challenge the Constitution and the great law of peace. doubt the Iroquois will give up ownership. Is Mason an American? Not sure what you're referring to there. Dickie says yes. Dickie says the music world, both labels and musicians, are heavy into them and have been. I think you're referring to the NFTs. Dickie says there's an effort to treat these like deeds where you get real property when buying them. Yeah, so that's what not Nike, StockX is trying to assert in the Nike lawsuit. However, I think Nike should be the person to initially sell the NFT. I don't think other companies should be like, hey, I'm a reseller, so I'm just going to create an NFT for you. I think they should have to go through the company who they're actually doing it for. Diggy says, as a former developer, I don't know of a single developer that wants them in games, but there's people pushing unique items for games. Yeah, and I don't know if it will go directly into games. I'm not a gamer, but the intention is for them to be in the metaverse. All right. These kinds of NFTs sound stupid. I'm just like, what are you gonna do with it? I don't know, like the purpose. That was from Peter W. And we have Vicky saying, probably stop there so I don't bog down the chat. No, I think you're giving great insight. Rosie O'Donnell says, I have a storage unit full of toilet paper next to shortage. I'm gonna make a bank. I'm not sure what you mean by because you're gonna be artistic. Yes, go for it. Under this guy's logic, right? And then Tila Sarfi says, "Hey Bree, hello, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for joining." All right, so we're gonna pop over to the actual order from the court, which is pretty short, not as long as the preliminary statement that we just read, and see what the court actually thought of this. If you think that the court is going to let this go ahead to trial, go ahead and drop a one. You'll be dropping a one if it is your opinion that they should not be able to dismiss this claim based on Mr. Rothschild's ability to design a fuzzy picture and whether he has free speech rights for this Birkin bag. Go ahead and drop one in the chat if you think that the case should go forward. Drop a 2 in the chat if you think that the case should stop right here. Rothschild proved his case. He should be artistically fuzzy and free, and he should have the free speech rights to call it a MetaBirkin, whatever that means. So, all right, we have Dickie with a 1. We have Dav's beat with the most NFTs sound stupid to me. I'm a finance and accounting major, and they sound like scams and money grabs to me. I would definitely need more information to determine what they're for. Because, like I said, it's just too much for me to go and do the actual research right now because, work and having a job. But to me, I'm on your team until I can find out some other information of why these NFTs are necessary. We have Upside Down saying 1. The case should go forward. Davs B saying 1. The case should go forward. Okay, so let's pop over to what the court had to say. And the court says, now before the court is defendant's motion to dismiss plaintiff's amended complaint pursuant to Federal Rule of Procedure 12B6, which means failure to state a claim. And upon due consideration, the court denies the motion. The court will issue an opinion in due course setting forth the reasons of its ruling. Oh, so we're going to get the reasons of the court's ruling. So I might go over that one. They're saying that the case is going forward. This case will be going to trial. Mr. Rothschild has lost on his motion to dismiss, stating that he has all this artistic ability by making fuzzy Birkins. I would love to see what the court says on that. I don't think that one is ready, but you know what? Is my search still up? Yes, it is still up. Let me see if it has come out yet. I don't think it has. May 5th. No. So the last thing was the actual order that I just read. So the court says, this case is going forward. Your First Amendment rights and your artistic ability to make fuzzy Birkins is not enough to get this case dismissed. So when the court writes its opinion, we're probably going to go over it on this channel so we can see what the court actually thought about this. We have Beamer Soft. I think you guys commented after I read the answer, but we'll still read it off saying one, it should go forward. Peter W says it should go forward. Daz Beat says tax havens, that's what they're for. Not sure exactly what you're referring to there. We have Vicky saying Lowe's, true that. Attila saying one, it goes forward. And Streets de Grande, or De Grande, welcome to the live stream, makes perfect sense. So yes, we are moving forward with this lawsuit. When the opinion comes out, I will probably check it out on this channel with you guys. So be sure to return if you want to see what the court thought about it. I didn't think it was necessary to read his arguments because I felt like they were going to be ridiculous. And when the court does their opinion, they'll basically negate the things that he said. So we'll know what his arguments were when the court comes out with the opinion. Now, let's pop over to Meta, who is the new company for Facebook. We know that Mark Zuckerberg, is that his name? I think so. He changed Facebook to Meta because he's commenting, I guess, on something according to Mr. Rothschild, but a different case. He changed it to Meta because he wants to make a virtual reality world, and he seems to plan to be on top of the world with this virtual reality world that he's creating. Now, they were sued, or there was a threat to sue for the actual trademark name Meta in the same class that they're filing in. And now we have a loss. They had another trademark lawsuit. I forget exactly for what. I saw it earlier, but I didn't look too deep into it. And now they're being sued for trademark infringement again because of the design of the logo. So whoever was on the marketing team for Facebook just decided they was going to steal everything from everybody. So before we jump fully into this case, let me go through these last few chats about the MetaBirkin. Attila Sarfi says, aren't NFTs the next big way to launder money since they crack down on art sales for that reason? I would think so. That and the what is it called? Crypto? That's what people are saying. Like I said, I'm not too into that stuff, so I can't say for sure, but those are the rumors. Those are the rumors going around. All right, Vicky says they're probably already being sued for that. Not sure exactly what you're referring to on that one. Rosie O'Donnell says NFT, non-fungible toilet paper orders. My storage unit is packed and waiting. Let's go. That was a good one. All right, we have Streets de Grande saying, yep, Web3. Be Merc off 9 says, I was a minute behind. Yeah, you guys cheated, I know. I already read the answer. Streets laughing. Upside Down says, NFTs have been on the market for a while. It's about ownership. If you consider art stupid, avoid museums. Adding, have been burned for centuries. Avoid museums, they've been burned for centuries. I don't think that it's a bad idea for actual art. However, this MetaBirkin, to me, and maybe I'm not an art connoisseur. Let's just say that I'm not an art connoisseur. But that's not art to steal someone's trade dress and make it into a digital form. But I think that if it was actual art pieces, I think NFTs will be good for that. The hard thing about them, I feel like, even though you can't necessarily copy the blockchain, you can copy and paste, screen share, screenshot, whatever you want to call it, and you can now be the owner of it as well. It's a little easier to copy that way. But again, I'm not all the way familiar with how the blockchain works, but I know as far as visually, it should be pretty easy to copy and paste. All right. Dasby says, yes, NFTs are used to attempt to launder money and to just invest in without realizing gains through taxes. Good information. Thank you for that. Michaela Dawson says, wow, the VR stuff is crazy. And it's going to get crazier as time goes by. Someone says, Atilia says, probably so, Dickie. Mark, sucks. I don't know what that means. All right. Upside Down, not by the artist. Vicky says laundering could happen the same way it happens with art. Yes, it's probably going to happen. Okay, we're not being mean to people's names. I'm not sure if I want to be the one explaining this. My dad. Okay, you answered. He named me after Dick Nixon, though. Okay. Rosie says, "Oh, thought it was Okay, we're not gonna be mean to people in my chat, guys. All right, Rich Rosa says, "Welcome to the live stream. It's nice to see you again. NFTs are for dumb rich people, and they deserve to lose it." Yeah, I don't know enough about NFTs to understand or to want to spend my money on it. Let's just say that. Upside down, no, I think Rothschild is dead wrong. I'm talking about original artwork. Artwork, yes, I agree with you there. I think actual artwork it can be good for. I know that it can cost a lot of money, but people that are into that will pay for it. All right, so let's pop on over to Meta and their trademark. For those of you who do not know, it is Facebook trying to become a virtual reality world. And this is their new logo. And this is what they are being sued for from this company here. So we're just going to go through like the preliminary things that they're saying on this case. And let me know what you guys think, because they have had a lot of lawsuits surrounding the trademark infringement from their logo to their name. There was something else, I'm pretty sure it was involving their name. And they're Facebook is trying to dominate the social media space. And I think that if they are able to create the best metaverse, they may succeed in doing that. So let's check it out. We have Definity Foundation, a nonprofit organization, is suing Meta platforms, which includes Facebook, Instagram, whatever else that Facebook owns, because I know they own a bunch of stuff. And they are suing for, let's get the highlighter out and let's make it a little bit bigger because it is a little small for you guys. So we have, they're suing for trademark infringement under the federal law. They're suing for false designation of origin under the federal law. They're suing for common law unfair competition and violation of California unfair competition laws. So they are suing under federal laws and under state laws. This is filed in the Northern District of California. They're going to go ahead and let us know who the parties are. Plaintiff Definity Foundation, a nonprofit organization. As for its complaint against Meta Platforms, aka Facebook Inc. Plaintiff is a Swiss not-for-profit, Okay, Swiss not-for-profit organization with its principal place of business in Zurich, Switzerland. Oh, they just must have a trademark in America. Plaintiff is the owner of the registered trademark at issue herein. Plaintiff is informed and believes thereon alleges that defendant is a Delaware corporation with its principal place of business in Menlo Park, California, hence why they're suing them in California. All right. And we have jurisdiction and venue. We're not going to go through all of that. Intra-district assignment. Just talk about intellectual property. And we're going to go, do we want to go through the general allegations? Oh, they didn't give an intro for us in this one. So I don't know if I want to go through all of that. That's a lot. Okay. And so let me just, before I go into that, I'm going to pop into the chat because I see some people popping in for us. We have Meta in. I've yet to really look into it. We have Vicky saying I was expecting the trademark infringement. Yeah, the lawsuit is going to go forward. Law and Lumber, welcome to the live stream. I appreciate seeing you here. Says, but seriously, can we get Bri to trademark the term lawtube? We could, however, YouTube will probably sue us. And I'll go into that after we talk about the rest of your comment. It says, then she can hold the merch hostage against the rest of lawtube. What do you think, Bri? Would it work? Okay, I thought about trademarking lawtube for us. However, with things that uses portions of the website that we're using, they will come after you. Like anything that someone tries to trademark with Instagram, they have Bossgram, they might come out with Metagram or whatever. Instagram would straight up sue you. I don't know if YouTube is as aggressive on tube trademarks, especially people that are doing it because you're actually operating on YouTube. But my guess would be that they are pretty aggressive. I can look into it, but when I saw Instagram going after everyone, I just assumed that all the social platforms would do it. So technically, you probably could trademark LawTube. However, there is a channel, I think, already called LawTube. And then there are also other people going by LawTube. So it may not be trademarkable. We can do a search in a second here. Yeah, let's do a search. Let's see what if LawTube is trademarked. And if it's not trademarked, Rob, it is likely because it's not trademarkable. Because YouTube will come after you. All right. But if you guys are not following Law and Lumber yet, make sure to check him out. He just did a super cool video on the breakdown of what happened with the bed in Amber Heard's case and how he debunked what Amber Heard's story was. It's really good, so you guys should definitely check it out. So I'm just searching to see if LawTube is trademarked. It's not trademarked, but I would not recommend. Let me show you guys. So it's not trademarked. Usually when this sign pops up, it's not trademarked. Let's see. Let's try space here because it will not pop up. Yep, it's not trademarked, but I would not recommend it. We might need to come up with a cooler name before thinking about trademarks. We can't copy YouTube and be hosting our channels on YouTube. They'll come after us. All right, Vicky says, second that, Rob. Haha. All right, yes, Lumber. Let's do this, Bri. Yeah, we're not going to be able to congrats Rob on the first viral video. Yes, his first video was viral. He's doing a great job over there. Make sure you check him out if you haven't yet. All right. Street says, I agree. Get it, Bri. I wish we could. Maybe we could put in the application, but if we get a cease and desist letter, you guys got to help me get monetized so that we can defend ourselves in our federal lawsuit. All right, one better. Law, Lumber, and Dicky. Great name for a firm. All right. Upside Down says ownership of the infinity symbol kills me. I know. I don't think that should be a trademark, but it is. And you will be surprised of how popular trademarks have gotten recently. A lot more people are filing trademarks and getting things trademarked. People were getting things trademarked that probably shouldn't be a trademark nowadays. All right. We have Mr. Skull saying, do it. Evil mastermind, Rob. There's Daz B says there's something in the context agreement that hinders creators from trademarking something that sounds like YouTube. Yes. That's why I don't think anyone has tried it. I've seen Instagram go after, or Facebook, who we're talking about today, they go after people. All right. Probably. Oh, yeah, probably. Okay. Rob is conspiring. There is a channel called LawTube. Think he's in Florida. Yeah, I saw them recently, and I've seen them in I've also seen them on Twitter. I don't know if it's the same person. Daz Beat says, what about Lawverse? I don't know. You'll have to take that. Maybe we'll have a LawTube meeting and talk about renaming for trademark purposes. But I can't decide on the name by myself. I'm one of the newest members, so I can't change the name of the group. All right. Rich DeRosa says Law and Lumber vid was very compelling. I wonder if JD's team will have an expert to testify to this. They might want to call Rob. Call Rob. Streets de Grande says, we got your back. You guys going to have my back if we trademark this and we get sued. Rosie O'Donnell says, what sounds like tube? Dickie says, I was and probably still is cheap to trademark things. Yeah, I know how to trademark, so it would be a cheap thing to do. Rosie O'Donnell says, law. Nope, we're not going there, Rosie. Matila Sarpi says, law too. That would actually be considered, what is the phonetically similar. So we would still get turned down for that reason, because we would have to say that we're doing entertainment through videos, and when we send in our screenshot of what LawTube is, they will see that it is based in LawTube, and they will go ahead and throw it out for being too phonetic, or to being phonetically similar to LawTube, YouTube, whatever it might be. All right. We have Lawyer Sphere. We have hire all the LawTube for your defense. Who does civil? Maybe I don't know who does civil law for that. I think no, not Hogue. Does Hogue do civil? I don't remember. I'll have to ask in the Twitter group. It's been lighting up over here. All right, we have rates should be cheap for one of the clubs. We'll see. I'll drop it. I'll have Rob drop it in the in the group so he can be the new member trying to change the name of the team. Okay, so let's pop over to the Meta trademark infringement to see what we have going on. Before we do that, we got a couple more comments. We have Vicky saying copyright and trademark law clips would be great content. I am gonna do I am going to do clips on my channel as well from some of the stuff that we cover. However, I just be so busy. It's like hard for me to even live stream because I run my own law firm. So Vicky says whatever those short videos on YouTube are called. Yeah, the shorts. Rich DeRosa says, what about law two, two? It could work, but that's kind of like saying we're dead. Isn't that what tomb means? And then Attila says Lawverse, then they'd get sued by Marvel. Probably they would come after us. All right, so let's pop back over to Meta getting sued. It's kind of a lot, so we might not go through everything just because I didn't have a chance to read through and highlight some things. But we can kind of look at their main topics of what they're saying there is trademark infringement for. So Definity and its trademark, founded in October 2016. That's already 5 years. So they would have acquired distinctiveness if they had their trademark registered in the United States for 5 years. Definity is a nonprofit organization based in Zurich, Switzerland, with research and development centers in Palo Alto, San Francisco, Tokyo, and Shanghai. Definity develops the internet computer, a public infinite blockchain. So this will be in the same category as the metaverse because it's dealing with computer junk, computer stuff. Their infinite blockchain network designed to host smart contracts using subnets. Each subnet is a blockchain that consists of some number of decentralized, independently owned and controlled machines around the world that run software components of the Internet Computer Protocol. The Internet Computer thus extends the functionality of the Internet from connecting billions of people to also providing millions of developers and entrepreneurs with a public commute platform, creating a revolutionary new way to build websites, enterprises, systems, and internet services within an open environment. This generational shift in computing aims to take on big tech and its growing control over user data and return the internet back to its open roots. Okay, so they're basically saying they do the internet stuff, kind of like what Facebook is going to be doing because they're going to create some type of world where you can communicate with a bunch of people like they've already done. So there's that. Let's get into their actual trademark. On October 9th, 2018, the United States Patent Office granted the trademark registration for this trademark. So as we can see, it is the infinity sign that they are going to be fighting over, not necessarily the name, because Meta and Definity sounds nothing alike. I don't know what Definity means, but as long as it doesn't mean the same thing as Meta, the only real argument they have is the infinity sign as the logo, and they'll be classified in the same category as the Meta mark. So the mark described as an infinity symbol with the word Definity under the symbol and applies to 4 international classifications, including Class 9 for electrical and scientific apparatus, Class 35 for advertising and business, Class 38 for telecommunications, and 42 for computer and scientific, which is likely going to overlap with whatever Meta is doing with the metaverse. All right. So we know that is going on. Let's not go ahead. One of the things that they highlighted is that they will be hosting of digital content on the internet, namely computerized data files, applications, and information, which will be the same thing, or not the same thing, but overlapping with Facebook or Meta. Color is not claimed as a feature of the mark, which is fine. As you can see, they have a bunch of different infinity signs for Definity, similar to what Meta's is using. All right, so I'm trying to pop back to what you guys are saying over in the chat. Oh, welcome. We hit 25 live viewers. That is a top for me. So thank you everyone that is joined right now. All right, we have Upside Down saying, Bree, thank you. Your wealth of knowledge and info. You are welcome. Thank you for joining the live stream and participating so much in the chat. I definitely appreciate it. We have Atila saying, Law 2 tells the hater to get screwed. Slogan. I don't know about that one. Rosie O'Donnell says, y'all, because I don't know what that means. Uh, y'all loose. I don't know what that means, guys. Okay, Tila smiles. Thanks for putting up with the shenanigans. It is the shenanigans today, but it's fun. It's definitely fun. All right, Jazz Beat says literally the same sign. It's an infinity. How different can you make the infinity? Meta is just Facebook is just acting a mess out here in these Meta streets. Dasby says, can you trademark an infinity sign though? Yes, you actually can. As you can see, Dav's Beat has, not Dav's Beat, you're Dav's Beat. As you can see, Definity has trademarked the infinity sign. And what they're doing is they're trademarking it for the purpose of the logo. So they don't necessarily own an infinity sign wherever, whenever they put it there. They only own the infinity sign in connection with its name. So they can't just go around putting the infinity sign by itself and saying everyone will know that as Definity, because there are probably a bunch of trademarks with the infinity sign as their logo. However, they can put it in any color, any style with it like this. So the infinity sign at the top and Definity at the bottom. But they cannot just go around saying just the actual infinity sign is there. So for this particular instance, no, you can't just trademark it. There may be some reason why you may be able to trademark it in a different class, but the way they have it, it's probably not. And so we can look at how many registrations there are with infinity signs actually. Let me see if I can pull that up for you to see how many. Let's see, infinity. Is this spelled with an I or a Y? And then we want to go to description of the design description. Okay. There are 5,000 records, 5,800 records with the infinity trying to be trademarked. So we see it with spirits or alcohol. These ones are not registered yet, but as you can see, there are a bunch of different people trying to register this. Let me see if I can find it with description. That's design description, description of the mark. Let's see. And then we have 4,452 with it in the description of the mark. So a lot of people are trademarking with the infinity, but as you can see, a lot of them also have words that go along with it. They're not just able to get the infinity mark trademark without having anything in conjunction with it. I guess it's upward. So yes, you can trademark for infinity. As we see, there are a bunch of records for it because people know that they can trademark it, but they are mostly used, or all of the ones that we clicked on are used in conjunction with a word because you likely cannot express that this is your company by just using the infinity sign. I'm sorry if that was more of a breakdown than you wanted. Atila says pretty much. Dickie says the image might get them around it. Maybe so. Tila says, can we trademark the number 3? It depends on what you're trying to trademark it for. Yeah, I guess you could. Dickie says those two marks can be for sure. Those two marks can be for sure the Definity marks. Yes. Okay. Rosie says, I lost it. Rosie says it's a sideways 8. Come on, man. I get what you're saying there. Atila says agreed. Hello, Swanky. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back to the live stream. Hi, quick question. Does pronunciation impact the trademark, especially with the English language? What if it's a different word spelled the same way and the same word pronounced differently? Yes, so basically like hyperboles, yes, you can still find it, or they can still find it confusingly similar. Their argument with that, and when I'm saying there, I mean the examiners at the USPTO, and if you go to the trial and appeals board, the lawyers there, and also to note that the people that are examiners are actually attorneys as well. So the argument there is that most people tend to hear trademarks before they actually see them. So when you're talking to someone and you say, hey, have you ever heard of go here? Let's say the trademark is go here, and you go, oh yeah, and then you think it's spelled HERE, but when you actually look at it, it says HEAR. So they wouldn't allow there to be a go here spelled HEAR and then a go here spelled HERE, because the they say people associate the trademark with sound before sight. So if that answers your question, yes, it does matter if it's a different word but sounds the same. All right, Vanessa says, I'm late and I'm lost. I'm sorry. It's been a good show, so make sure you rewind back. I need to get better at putting chapters in to help out the replay crew or the people that pop in a little late. Dickie says, Rusty, but my understanding of trademarks is that they're trademarks, so markings on products. Yes, so you can have service marks or you can have trademarks. Generally, the service marks, you're going to be looking at numbers above 30 when you're looking at the identification classes. And for products, you're going to be looking at numbers under 30. So there's 45 classes that you can trademark for. Technically, a trademark for service is called a service mark, but most people just call everything trademarks because who has time to distinguish whether it's a service mark or a trademark? All right. So Dickie says, how they appear as a mark is what matters. Yes, what matters as far as being confusingly similar is sight, sound, connotation, and commercial impression. So basically, how you see it, how you hear it, what's the meaning of it, and what impression does it give off commercially? What do people out in the world view it as when you're thinking about if it's confusingly similar, which is the most common rejection. All right. Upside down says it's a math symbol. Technically, yes. Nikki says no. Nikki says was assuming a different actor to be coming after them. Not sure exactly what you guys are referring to. Rosie O'Donnell says, Diggy, are you the son of Roger Stone? That would be awesome. Nikki says no. All right. And Upside Down says, and Markle wants to trademark archetypes? Are you saying Marvel, or I don't know what you mean, Markle? Meghan Markle? I don't know. Andy P, welcome to the live stream. I'm going to trademark the word trademark. You cannot trademark the word trademark. You will be wasting money filing that trademark. Andy says trademark inception. Nuclear Look says, Nuclear Look, I think I'm saying that right. I think there's a difference between trademarking infinity and using infinity in a trademark. Yes, you are absolutely right. Rosie O'Donnell says, Roger has a tattoo of R. Nixon on his back. I think she's talking to Vicky. Upside Down says, I'm going to trademark the words the and me, you, to pay me. You cannot trademark those words individually on most cases, especially the and. People have to be able to use those words. Some of them may be considered generic or descriptive. You can't really trademark articles, which would be and the. So you can't necessarily trademark it unless you are planning on trademarking that all as one sentence. Okay. Dicky says, yes, Stone went crazy on Nixon fandom. Okay. It's Hella Swinky says, it's Def. Answer my question. Thank you. You're welcome. Rosie says, many thoughts about Nixon. I think you're just having a conversation with Dicky. And then we have LOL. Okay. So we have kind of went off into a different tangent, not necessarily where I was planning on going with this case, but we have searched several trademarks. And we have also thought of different trademark names. So thank you for that. Let's pop back over to the complaint and see what they're saying about Facebook's or Meta's. I don't like calling them Meta. I like to call them Facebook. Their use of what they're calling Definity's mark. But as we see, there are 5,800 applications with infinity in the description of the trademark. So on October 28, 2021, Facebook was rebranded as Meta. When introducing Meta, CEO Mark Zuckerberg stated that Meta's focus will be to bring the metaverse to life and help people connect, connect, find communities, and grow businesses. In a December 2021 internal note to employees, they're sharing internal notes. Okay. Andrew Bosworth, Meta's chief technology officer, laid out a vision for Meta to adopt and work with blockchain technologies, noting that such technology could have profound impacts on our industry over the next decade. So, how not trademark, how Facebook is designing the metaverse, they're basically putting it on a blockchain. And so they're saying you're basically copying what we're doing because theirs is on a blockchain. All right. My overall guidance is to target a deep compatibility with the blockchain, and he suggested investments in areas including blockchain-based smart contracts and decentralized autonomous organizations. In his founder's letter, Zuckerberg states the metaverse will not be created by one company. It will be built by creators and developers making new experiences. Okay, making new experiences in digital items that are interoperable and unlock a massively larger creative economy than the one constrained by today's platforms and their policies. So, Meta, aka Facebook, is intending to go beyond all social medias that we already have in order to make this whole blockchain situation with the metaverse that you can sell MetaBirkins in, apparently. Okay, and they're saying that they're going to work with a bunch of different companies to help build it. So I think that's a smart idea. I think it will be hard to build a metaverse just in one company. All right. So let me try to pop through some of these comments and then we'll pop back over to the complaint. Daz B says, I think it's pronounced Meta. Oh. I always pronounce things wrong. I'm sorry. Thank you for that, Dabs. Upside Down says, leave it to chat to take you off topic. Sorry. Yeah, it did. It did take me very off topic, but it's very entertaining. Hello, Swinky says it is. Rosie says, Boss Attorney Bri, thank you for your patience. I don't get out of the pen much. It is okay. I'm definitely enjoying this whole live stream. Hello, Twinkie says, Meta. Now I feel like a crazy person. Meta. Okay. LOL Rosie. Dickie says, Meta is too colloquial. I'm tired, y'all. Too colloquial in nature to me. It's the new meta. That's so meta. What's your meta? Yeah, I feel like it's overused. It's also a technical term, exactly, which annoys me. So I really don't want to call them that. Exactly. I feel the same way. I want to call them Facebook. Nikki says it's kind of like naming a company big or something along those lines. Very yeah, I get what you're saying. Rosie says nothing here but dirt and mud, rubbing elbows with intellectuals. It's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying. And Mark says you pronounce it correctly with the verse, but not the company alone. Oh, that is good. Meta. Okay, we'll go with Meta. Pop back over. Oh, my language. Okay. So they go in to say the Meta name came with a new logo, which includes the infinity sign. It's a little bent. I don't know if that's supposed to make much of a change, but we have a little bent infinity sign. And then we have the name Meta next to it. So that can be a good consideration as far as trademark infringement goes as well. Because not only do you have a similar shape or design, you also are including words next to it. I think they would have had a better argument if they put Meta underneath it. But putting it next to it, there's an argument there. The logo is featured on several of Meta's website pages more often than once on the same page. So they're just kind of showing where the trademarks are. And then Meta also boasts in variations of color. And so you see they're highlighting the colored one because they have a colored one up here as well. And those look like it could be the same colors. I should have copied these next to each other. There's light blue, orange, yellow, pink, purple. There's light blue, yellow, green, purple, pink. Yeah, same colors. I would say the same colors. Primary common colors, but still. When introducing the new logo, Mark Zuckerberg said that the word Meta comes from Greek word meaning beyond. For me, it symbolizes that there is always more to build and there is always a next chapter to our story. There's more stuff about the article that we're going to skip over and see what they really have to say. Meta and Definity seek to attract the same users, which is why they're claiming trademark infringement, except Definity is a nonprofit. So I don't know about that. Namely those who are looking for an innovative and different internet experience created by users for users. Further, both Meta and Definity utilizes the same marketing channels such that consumers will likely encounter marks through those channels. Exactly, because they're basically in the same classes for trademark. On March 18th, 2022, Meta filed an application to register its logos on the principal registers in class 42, which is one of Definity's classes. And they named it a geometric design consisting of two loops. Look at Facebook. Look at Facebook. Now, we have seen on the trademark, I'm glitching here. I have an Ethernet cord now, guys, so I don't know why I'm glitching here. Hopefully it's not too bad on your end. As we saw with Definity's trademark, they said that they use an infinity sign. Meta is saying they use a geometric design consisting of two loops. So to them, this is not an infinity sign. Let's look at this. Now, would you guys consider this a geometric design consisting of two loops? Or would you consider it an infinity sign? So this. I think it's an infinity sign, but it's just a little contorted. I don't think you can make that distinction. Like, why would they say that? Why would they name that? I guess I could see why they did that, to try to distinguish themselves from other infinity sign trademarks. As we've seen, there was 5,000, almost 6,000 of them. But interesting wording that they use. All right. So we have Law and Lumber. We got Rob back in the house. Honest question. What's the best way for smaller brands to fight trademark claims from a big company? Seems like it's shock and awe. And what do the little guys do? What should they do? Honestly, a lot of times when you are conflicting with big companies or people with a lot of money, you'll see the smaller companies letting it go just because, Rob, lawsuits are expensive. And then when we're talking about federal lawsuits, that's even more expensive. So as far as the little guys go, the first thing that they can do is to get their trademark early on. I'm not sure if you're aware of the current lawsuit going on between Selena Gomez, her beauty, Rare Beauty, and there's a smaller creator who also has a brand called Rare Beauty Cosmetics or something of that nature. And she actually went after Selena Gomez's trademark application, stating that Selena Gomez infringed on her, but their start dates were pretty close. If the smaller creator would have went ahead and filed her trademark application earlier on, it's very possible that she would have been the actual owner of the trademark. Now she is in federal court fighting and in the USPTO Trials and Appeals Board trying to get Selena Gomez's a celebrity trademark canceled. She's going to have to spend a lot of money on this. She has already filed an extension. The USPTO action is paused, and they're going to be going through the federal courts on this. So my greatest advice is to get a trademark as soon as you start your brand. Don't wait until you get popular, because you never know. A celebrity may come along and take your name, and they have more money to beat you up about it. And a lot of times with trademarks, it doesn't acquire distinctiveness It doesn't become incontestable for 5 years. So you have to either be using it for 5 years, and you have to have it registered with the USPTO for 5 years. So the biggest advice is to get your trademark as soon as possible. Do a search of the trademark office. Have an attorney do a search for you to make sure you're not stealing someone else's name as well. So, but as far as going to a lawsuit with someone with a lot of money, I highly do not recommend. All right. Rosemary Ranch, welcome to the live stream, says the memes from the new logo were hilarious. I don't think I've seen any of them. Upside Down says, hey, Rob, good question. Exactly. Attila says, isn't it ironic that Meta wants all of your metadata? Am I saying it? Metadata. Yeah. Yes, it is ironic. All right. Where are we at here? Upside Down says exactly, Attila, the bottomless pit of profit. And this nonprofit is actually suing them. That's they want all the data, says Nuclear Look, and we have Attila saying agreeing with them. Law and Lumber saying, this is crazy. How the F can you trademark such a universal symbol as infinity? I'm a lawyer and terrible at math, but I remember learning that symbol in some grade. That is true, but that's very true, Rob. But Meta, aka Facebook, is calling it a geometric design consisting of two loops. They don't think it's an infinity sign. They made up a whole new thing for us. All right. So we have Mark, welcome to the live stream. Only color differs, same sign. But it's similar colors, in my opinion. We have Vicky saying calling Facebook Meta is kind of on the nose given it started as DARPA's life log. So it at least makes me laugh. Is that what Facebook started as? I just recently got on Facebook, guys, like a year ago. Rosie O'Donnell says, so I've named a few companies. First thing is your domain name. Take it from there. Your domain name does not mean you own your trademark, and you can get a trademark. And if someone is using your domain name and they're not using it in commerce, you can actually get that taken away from them. So I always say trademark first, because you can usually get your social media handles, your domain name, whatever someone may be using but not using it in commerce, you can take it from them with having a trademark. Okay, Upside Down says, exactly, Rob. That was my argument, and I'm an artist. Das Beat says, it's definitely an infinity stone, and Thanos will be suing them, suing them too in the near future. Maybe. Rosie O'Donnell says creation of a logo is pretty easy. Copyright free logos might be a base of your design. Easiest is to imagine your vision, then boom. Attila says, so Metaverse wants your data and an infinite amount of it. Makes sense now. That is very clever. That is true. That is true. Let's watch out what we give to Facebook. Law and Lumber, Rob says, Selena Gomez's response needs to be a clip on your channel. Legit had no clue. I have a whole live stream on it, but I'm probably going to bring it back up because they're still, the defendant is, okay. So the smaller creator filed a cancellation proceeding in the USPTO. So she was the petitioner there. But then Selena Gomez's company filed a federal lawsuit against her in federal court. So now the smaller company is the respondent and the defendant in the federal case. So, and I will probably do an update once she submits her answer on the case, as long as it's not just like a general denial. I think Selena Gomez did ask for, what is it called? She just wants a, can't think of the word. Rob, you know what I'm talking about, but just a judgment that they're actually not infringement. I can't think of what it's called right now. All right. Mr. Skull says it's geometric, Rob. Yes, this is what Facebook is calling it, not an infinity sign. All the more reason to trademark LawTube, etc. Upside Down says geometry is math, lol. Mark says domain names versus trademark is a really interesting legal topic. Your domain name is nothing. That it doesn't really give you ownership over anything, guys. You want your trademark for the ownership of your name. Dickie says, as far as I know, it didn't officially start as LifeLog. I wouldn't know. I wasn't paying attention to Facebook back then. Law and Lumber says, like I said, lawyer, math, we don't really work well together. I agree with you there. All of my stuff is electronic calculation. Figure it out for me. All right. Oh, I didn't have it popped up. But this is what Rob said. Dickie says, this is 2003 history. I forgot. Mark says declaratory judgment. Yep, that's the word. That is the word, Mark. Thank you for that. Yep, Wild Lumber says declaratory relief. Yes. Attila Sarfi says, is it too late to capitalize on and trademark the term Y2K? I don't know. Let's see what the trademark office has to say, because I have USPTO pulled up right here. So why not? Let's see. What is Y2? Well, I don't know if I want to know what it means after all the stuff you guys have been saying here. There's 325 records for it. As far as registered trademarks, I see a couple have died for it. I'm not died for it. A couple of applications have been abandoned, or they have expired the registration. So it's possible it has been trademarked before. It would just depend on what class you're intending to file it under. All right, we have Long Lumber, Rob saying Y2K makes me feel old. Yeah, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Rosie O'Donnell says, never imagine someone would want to pull up. Sorry, it's moving. Would want to pull a trademark on my company name. I have history. Is that your company name, the Y2K? Atila says, because we are old. I have no clue what you guys are talking about. Rob doesn't give himself enough credit. He uses math to create his fab furniture. Yeah, you do a lot of I'm sure you do a lot of measuring to create everything that you create. You have to know some numbers. Atila says, you're awesome, Bri. Everybody thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you for joining the live stream. While Lumber says, give me 90s rap and rock. Everything else is blah. Okay, I feel you on that. Kelly C says, not Y2K trademarks now. Hey, they're going for it. Rosemary Ranch says, it's sad to see the smaller guys lose much because of money. That happens a lot. Example, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Men have commented they have lost their lives or children because of their partners lying. Can't fight it. Too expensive. Yeah, a lot of people talk about that in the family law realm. I actually did a live stream with Suzette Speaks yesterday, and that became a topic about how expensive it is to have a lawyer and help you fight. But it's also hard to get the parties to agree. If the parties would agree, they would save a lot of money. But I understand the whole emotional aspect of things. Same thing with business. I understand the emotional tie to your business name, which is why the woman probably filed that petition to cancel Selena Gomez's trademark, claiming that she was just infringing on a smaller creator. But sometimes we have to compromise, and I feel like that's why a lot of cases actually go to settlement rather than trial. Hello Swanky says Y2K says year 2000. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't want to give out my age too soon on Law 2 here. You guys might not trust me anymore. All right, Destiny says, LOL, Ice Cube today was a good day, Rob. Yes, I know that song. It's a good song. Okay, Mark says, remember on Conan when your year 2000 was in the future? Okay, you guys are getting into some stuff. I don't know what you're talking about. Y2K had people thinking it was actually the end of the world. Oh, okay. I get what you guys are talking about now. Bri is showing her young age. Yes, I am. Sorry. I thought I was fooling people. Destinene say she was 5, or says they were 5. Yeah, I was probably 5 too. Rosie O'Donnell says 90s rock. Did I miss something? No, they're just changing the topic on me as they've been doing the entire stream. Okay, we have Andy P. Explain 47 U.S. Code 230 non-lawyers. To you non-lawyers. I don't know that off the top of my head. I would have to look at what you're talking about. Okay, I'm not really into the federal law stuff other than trademark. Legal Bites, hi, welcome. Thank you for joining the live stream. I know it looks like chaos over here. The chat is really, they got my wheels spinning. We were talking about a trademark lawsuit for Facebook, but now they got me all caught into the chat. All right, we have For Crying Out Loud signed on, and you're talking Y2K. Yikes, I feel old. It means year 2000, Bri. That you don't know, that makes me feel even older. OMG. I know what you mean now, but no, it did not pop up on my head top of mind. Yes, I am A lot of people on YouTube say I look young, and I just don't say anything because I don't want you guys to think I am young. But to be a lawyer, I am quite young, honestly. Legal Bite says, hey, upside down. Winky face, while Lumber says, hello, Swanky. Don't hate. This boss is who we need to trademark something to protect the rest of the law to so we can have some swag to wear on these live streams. That would be super cool, Rob. I think we should drop that in the Twitter after we get off of here. Legal Bite says, it's okay. I welcome another younger member of Law 2. Are we in competition, Alita? On the youngsters? I'm new to LawTube and I'm probably the baby of LawTube. All right, Rosamond Ranch says Law and Lumber. Yes, Y2K and 90s rock and rap. Hashtag we old. Law and Lumber, what are you talking about? Who's hating? Be cool. Think it was a joke. Haha, oh no. Chat chaos. Yes, this is what's happening to me, Alita. Rosamond Rant says this is very interesting. I need to go back and watch the live on Selena. Yeah, and I'll probably catch up on that case once the defendant responds or files her answers. Law and Lumber Rob says just teasing, all in fun. Thank you so much. Hey, Law and Lumber, Alita says, I think the other young one, or I think I'm the other young one here. I think so too, but I don't know everyone's ages, and I don't want to guess their ages. Rich DeRosa says, I don't think you know Y2K. Explain the crisis that arose. I wouldn't know what you're talking about there. Ron Lumber says, okay, what if a huge name like Selena tried to trademark LawTube? Maybe we can get Rakeda and Emily to do it for us. As far as the trademark or defending us, I really don't think we'll be able to trademark LawTube. I think we'll have to come up with a different name because YouTube is not gonna like that. Rosie O'Donnell says, "Oh man, I'm old. I miss the '90s." Destinene said, "We can't. Why can't we super chat? Because I'm not monetized, guys. I'm not monetized, so that is why there is no super chat. I still need my 4,000 watch hours. So if you want to get me there, just play my live streams on a daily basis to help me get to 4,000 watch hours. So YouTube is not paying me for streaming yet, but we're working on it. We're gonna get there. All right, we have Mark saying, why aren't super chats enabled? Don't let Law and Lumber surpass you. Law and Lumber did an amazing job with a viral video. I haven't had one yet. I want one. I want to figure it out. But yeah, I don't have the watch hours. So that's why there's no super chats. If there's a way to enable them without monetization, I don't think so. But that's why I don't have super chats. But I do have a PayPal link that I'll put in the description box. I forgot today. If you guys want to send something there for now until I get monetized. All right, I lost where I was. Yep, Dickie says I need more watch hours. You're absolutely right. Andy says last year my opinion was lawyers were all scum. Now I love listening to everyone on Law 2. Robert Gavea really changed my opinion of defense attorneys too. Haha. Yeah, we're the. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't show it. Andy Pease. Yes, we are the fun lawyers. All right. Legal Bite says we need to get Bri monetized now. Yes, we do. I want to get monetized. Thank you for that, Alita. And for crying out loud, oh man, 90s cop, I miss the 80s. Andy P says, get the lawyer monetized. Yes, guys, I have to work in my law firm to make money. But I do this for fun, so I enjoy spending this time here with you guys as well. But being monetized will also really help me create more informative live streams and these kind of fun chats with you guys. Legal Bite says play all the live stream. Yeah, guys, just play it. Just play it in the background during your day. Rob says Legal Bites. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, guys. Legal Bite says we'll get you there. Thank you, Alita. Rich DeRosa says the year was always in a 2-digit form. So when 2000 came, the fear is that the computers would all think it was 1900 and the world would crash. Yeah, I had no idea about that. I had no idea about that. So yeah, I'll give away my age. I was 5 in 2000, so I was not thinking about any of that. All right, so Mark says, Bites and Lumber, help her. Yes, help me, please. Atila says, if you want a super chat, you gotta send it snail. Yeah, no, I have a PayPal account. I just forgot to attach it to this video because I was running late today. Um, for donations, if you guys want to give. Rich DeRosa says, people were really afraid. I can only imagine people being afraid about that. Crying out, or Tanya, welcome back. I remembered how to pronounce the name. Gen X Brox, Legal Bite says, Mark will get her there. I appreciate the support, guys. And I just saw us hit 35 on the live stream. That is the highest that I have had watching live. So thank you for that. Earlier we hit 25, and that was a celebration as well. So thank you. Atila says, we really love you, Boss Bri. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that I have found this community. It has been super fun, and it encourages me to come on live stream. Today, I really did not want to live stream because I had a heck of a day with my clients, with the courts, all of the above, other attorneys. And so I did not want to live stream, but you guys have definitely brightened up my day. And my partner happened to go visit his parents. So I'm able to stay on live longer with you guys today. Okay. So Rossman Ranch says, I just looked at my channel today where I randomly throw up animal videos. So on my donkey video had 12K views. I died. I will have to go check out this donkey video. It seems to be very popular. Michaela Dawson says, we got you, Bree. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Dickie says, I'm doing my part right now. You definitely, Dickie has been coming to these live streams. I definitely appreciate you. And he always comments and helps drive the chat. I definitely appreciate that. Rob says, sent all my new Twitter followers. Didn't know I had any. Here, keep her talking, chat. Thank you so much, Rob. I definitely appreciate it. Upside Down says, absolutely. Oh, missed it. Okay. Absolutely, Alita. Play and share Bree's vids. Thank you so much. You guys are so awesome. I definitely appreciate it. Rosie O'Donnell says, Bree is awesome to put up with me. Thanks, Bree. You have been a firecracker today, but I definitely appreciate the laughs. Legal Vice says, how many watch hours do you need still? I still need a lot. I think I'm at 1,600, 15 or 1,600. I can't remember. But so I need about 2,500 more watch hours in order to get monetized. All right. We just spread that on the internet. Okay. Kelly C says, give me to the 90s and 1,000 boy bands. Okay. Dickie says, I have other motives like the younger me to hype this channel. Thank you so much, Dickie. Musicians and artists would eat it up. Thank you so much. I'm hoping to be providing my part over here on LawTube. Tanya says, laughing probably about me pronouncing her name. Okay, I'm losing the chats here. Dickie says, love you, just kidding. So much love in the chat today, guys. Atila says, sorry for derailing everyone with Y2K. Still love you. Please don't hate me. It's okay, yo. We're totally not talking about the Facebook lawsuit anymore. But we did cover the Birkin bag one. So I feel like we accomplished something today. Okay, Hello Swinky says, okay, you're not that young, you're grown and got your degree, and that's all that matters. Yes, that's what I like to say. So I try to be on the hush hush when people say I look young. I still went to law school, I still passed, and I passed the bar. So I am qualified, guys. Andy P says, what motivated you to go to law school? Funny thing is, I actually wanted to be a sports agent. And I figured that being a woman, I would need a lot more credentials to qualify as a sports agent. So I took the LSAT and I went to law school and determined that or learned that there was a bunch of different areas of law that I can go into. And so I initially went into trademark law. It's not as popular of a thing, so that's why I kind of expanded into family law now that I've been a lawyer for a couple of years. But initially, I wanted to be a sports agent. Now I am doing nothing in relation to that. So that's what motivated me to go to law school. All right, we have Rob. Guys, apart from legal bites, Bree was the biggest voice encouraging me to start a channel. get your, is that a peach? Over to her, over your butt, over to her channel and subscribe and like this video. Thank you so much, Rob. I definitely appreciate it. Lawtooth has been very, very good to me, very nice to me. Alita was the number one person supporting me in joining Lawtooth or helping me join Lawtooth, and Rob has just been phenomenal since he has came on. And we had a couple conversations, and I'm just proud of everyone. Everyone's growing, and I appreciate everyone in Lawtooth so much, and everyone in the Lawtooth chats as well. So thank you for that, Rob. Andy P says, "Wow, my grammar is bad. What motivated you to go to law school?" I got what you meant, so hopefully I answered your question. Destin Nene, you're wonderful, Bree. We're going to get you monetized ASAP. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Like, you guys don't know how much this means to me. I really did not want to live stream today, but I said I have to show up. I have to show up, and you guys have definitely made it worth it. All right, we have Kelly C saying, have we decided what's Bri emoji? I did see someone comment that. I don't know how to pick an emoji, and I don't know how to put it here on my StreamYard. So I'll probably have to contact LawTube so you guys can help me set up a emoji. Rosemary Ranch says everyone needs to like and subscribe. Thank you. Callie Tangerine says, will you be doing more videos on music copyright laws? I can. I haven't really seen any copyright lawsuits come out lately. I tend to do more live streams just because with my law firm, I don't really have time to pre-record and edit videos right now. But I haven't seen too many copyright lawsuits that have interested me. And I don't really like just analyze copyright law. I like to have lawsuits so you guys can have some substance to it. But if anything comes up, if you see anything you would like me to look at, definitely feel free to send it to me. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, here on YouTube. Make a comment. I'll be happy to cover more copyright things. Attila says, my name Attila, right? I'll probably get to your comment a little later. What is it to be Attila? Okay, Attila. His name is pronounced Attila, like Attila the Hun. I would definitely be sharing your channel to help you grow. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate you here today. Betsy Beckman says, yes, what is Bri's emoji? I have no idea what my emoji should be. I would have to look through the emojis. Hello Swanky says, does stream time count for watch hours while you're live or on playback? Yes, it counts both. It counts when you're live, and then it also counts on playback as far as I am aware. I think it's Ian Davidson. Glad to see another voice on here. Thank you. Thank you for joining the live stream. We have Mark saying these predate you, but if you do a video on why I'm stuck on Band-Aid jingle, change to I'm stuck on Band-Aid brand to prevent genericism, I'll super chat you for life. I think that actually has to do with trademark law, honestly, because Band-Aid has become a generic term because people use the name Band-Aid for, what do you call it? Well, you said the jingle. So they're still calling it Band-Aid. So I know that Band-Aid is an issue when it comes to trademark law. I'll have to look at it for the copyright aspect of it. Okay. Legal Boss says, okay, let's chat in DMs. I got some ideas. Thank you so much, Alita. Definitely will send you a DM when we get off of here. Attila says, firecrackers are good. And now I have to remember to pronounce your name that way. I remember Tanya's. Okay. Rosamond Ranch says, everyone needs to like the video and subscribe to Boss Bri. Thank you. Thank you so much. Attila says, hi, Alita. Alita is still here. I'm so happy to see you in my chat. Alita says, what kind of sports do you want to get into for a sports agency? Honestly, Alita, I was just winging it. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was a young child that just wanted to make a lot of money, and my friend told me that sports agents make a lot of money. I've always done super good in school, but I never really knew what I wanted to do. So when I heard about sports agents, that's what I thought about, and I was primarily going for football and basketball. But then when I went to undergrad, I worked with the baseball team as a sports medicine athletic trainer for them. So then I started gearing more towards baseball. and then went to law school and just completely changed course and started working with businesses instead. So first football and basketball, and then it just changed over time. All right. Alita says, this is so interesting. Thank you so much. Attila says, she says hi to Attila. Rum Becker, welcome to the live stream. Says, hello, Bri. I saw you on Joe's channel and sub. Thank you for coming over. Thank you for joining. Joe and I had well, it wasn't our live stream, but I came on towards the end of his live stream. We had a really good time over there. I think his chat really liked it. So thank you for coming over. We have Attila with the hearts. Thank you so much. We have Tanya saying, I have plenty of videos to watch to learn about applying for trademarks. So I got you with those hours. Thank you so much. I have a lot of videos on information, and I just recently started live streaming beginning of this year more consistently. So there's some things for y'all to watch. All right. Rossman Branch says, totally. I love all the different specialties Law 2 brings together. A lot of learning from Law 2. Very interesting. Yes, everyone has their own little area. I learn from them. Like I said, I'm a baby lawyer, so I take notes too when they're talking as well. All right. Lita says, I had those days, Bri, Boss Attorney. Some days you're just not feeling it. Proud of you for sticking with it today. Thank you so much. I'm trying to stay focused on it. I'm trying to stay committed to it. And you guys, Law 2 has been a big help in helping me do that for sure. All right, Jill says, start sticking your elbows out some more on the panels. Make your voice heard. I don't like to cut people off. On my channel, I talk a lot. It's very easy for me to like let loose and things like that, but I don't like to cut people off. And I don't want to talk over anybody. So I might have to learn a little more, but I guess as I get more comfortable, I'll have more things to say. But thank you for the advice, Jill. Andy P says, oh, sorry. Oh, I already did that one. Andy P says, what's your Twitter so we can follow? I don't see it in the description. Yeah, I forgot my description box today, guys. I'm sorry. It is Boss Attorney Bri, at Boss Attorney Bri. Same thing as my channel here. Legal Boss says, we need to figure out your emoji. I have no idea. Does Rob have an emoji already? I feel like if Rob has an emoji, then I'm late. Okay. Callie Tangerine says, thank you for answering. Last week I did a presentation on fair use and music sampling. Interesting stuff. Yes, I love music sampling. I think it's a very interesting topic. So I hope you did very good on your presentation. All right, Law and Lumber says, anytime you want to be a guest to bounce ideas back and forth, I'm here for it. Regardless of monetized or not, honestly want to learn more about Trademark. Plus, I bet we could share some crazy family law stories. Yes, we talked about this in DM, so we're definitely going to get together and start. We should do some collaborations on YouTube. Definitely would appreciate it. But as far as, yeah, I don't know. I just forgot to drop the link in the chat today. I was running super late today. So next time I could probably drop a link if you guys want to join now, Rob and Alita. That would be very helpful. We have reasonable speculations. There's a little queen. I think that's a queen. It's tiny on my screen. Sorry if I'm saying that it's queen and it's not. We need to get Bri's channel past Kurt's uncivil law just to see his poor face explode. No, we want uncivil law to grow as well. All right. Hello Swanky says, bet I'll clear my cache/cookies and rerun your streams on while I sleep. I would appreciate that so much. I definitely would. It helps me out a lot. Attila says, yes, you and Rob need to tag team a few shows. Yeah, we definitely will. Just haven't gotten around to it. I've had a busy week at work. Reasonable speculation. I think that's a little butterfly, or is it a little angel? I can't tell. All right, we have Attila. Yes, Kurt's the best. We got a smiley face for crying out loud. Says copyright. Upside down. If you send Rob and Alita links, they can join you. And Alpha Berry, who is my boyfriend, for those of you who do not know, says good and waving. I have not been looking at my phone, so I don't know. I might be in trouble, guys. All right, so let's pop on over. Legal Bite says, so interesting. I never knew this sports history angle. Yeah, something new. It's so random. I was a smart kid, but I just did not know what I wanted to do when I was younger. Legal Bites is the blue part. Are you blue hearts, Alita? We have Rosie O'Donnell saying, Bri UFC agent rep, take a look. Um, I didn't think about UFC, honestly. Let me see if I can get the chat over or the link over to Alita if she is available. I think Rob just said he wasn't available. Um, Peter W says, just don't invite Hove when you have super chats. Before you know it, you live stream for 12 Hooten. I don't know what that means. All right, crying out loud says Tia. For my emoji, I don't know about that. We want something girly, something cute. Long Lumber says currently watching Olive Bree's video on my iPad and causing chaos in the chat. Would love to see it, Rob. Okay, he's not busy, so I technically can invite him on. Upside Down says good job. Thank you so much. Rob, causing chaos in the chat should be your tagline. It shouldn't, Rob. Does that accurately describe you? Michelle K says, hi Bri, I saw you on Alita's live stream last week and sub. I normally lurk in chats, but wanted to say hi and send support from Australia. Thank you so much. I definitely appreciate you coming and speaking out on my live stream. Alita says, I had to learn to put my elbows out too. Definitely not a skill I had in the beginning. Now sometimes people want me to shut up. I don't want to become that person, but I might have to in order to get a little bit of recognition here on LawTube, huh? All right, we have Rob saying, okay, Jill, hit the nail on the head. Tell us to shut up. We already talk too much. If you need someone to yell quiet, I volunteer as tribute. Yeah, Rob came in there, elbow swinging. But yeah, I don't know. I tend to be on on the introverted side, which it always shocks me that I'm on YouTube talking to a camera right now because I've always been very introverted. We have Andy P. LawTube is an interesting conglomeration. Cannot say that word right now, so we'll skip it. People, it's very diverse group. Yes, I love the diversity on LawTube and the inclusivity. Everyone's so nice there. Rosie O'Donnell said, music sampling is stealing unless you pay for it. Yes, exactly. But I think it's an interesting topic in the way that you can pay for it, you license it, and the way that newer artists are using it, and probably older artists as well. It allows them to have a very popular song pretty much from the jump of the song, the beginning of releasing the song, because if they do it well, people tend to like it a little more. So I think it's an interesting strategy if they can get the license for it. All right. And we have Attila saying, next time you're on the LawTube panel, start your comments with homosexuals and everyone will stop dead and listen and pray you don't do a Joe. I have no idea what you're referring to there. Alita says, I'm winding down finally, but I want to join one of your next lives. And yeah, I'll be trying to drop the link, honestly, in the future. You know what? I can drop it right here, I think. Invite, copy the dashboard. Okay, so I'm gonna drop the link for Rob if you want to. It's gonna be in the chat, okay? So hopefully Rob can hop on here with me today. Alita's taking a nap, I think. All right, so we have Long Lumber says drop the link. I just dropped it in the chat. If you can see it, let me know. If you can't see it, let me know. Dickie says, thankfully we can use Unicode in the chat. Yes. We have, can we switch it up, Rob? Tilla says, can we switch it up, Rob? Are you wanting to talk about the family law stuff? We can get into it. Nikki says, just catching your first live after seeing you on Legal Bites. Go Bri. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you for joining. We have Alpha saying, no, good job. I watched your stream. Oh, thank you so much. I thought you were busy. I I'm not in trouble, guys. I'm not gonna get in trouble. Legal Boss says, yeah, the blue heart is her emoji. Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't know if we can do the hearts over here. Everybody, all the girlies have the hearts. Other than Natalie Lawyer chick, she has the chicklet. I love that for her. Attila says lucky man, Alpha Berry. Yes, he is a lucky man. Alpha says favorite color is purple, so you should be the purple heart. Emily D. Baker already has the purple heart, so we're trying to keep them different, I think. Dickie says it's tricky to suggest an emoji ought to fit the character and nature of the creator, in my opinion. Yeah, I'll work on thinking of some. I need to look at my emojis to see what even exists for me. All right, we have Dickie saying important branding in a sense. I agree with you there. I like the fairy emoji, says Rayisi. I think I'm saying that right. Alita says, same introvert here. Yes, we starting off the same way. Ian Davidson saying, you just need your broken bed video to go viral. Rob's broken bed video went viral, so he did a great job on it. I don't know. I don't have those cool expertise to go viral yet. So we'll see. We'll try to get there for sure. Um, Michelle K says Emily D. Baker uses the purple heart. Yes. Nikki Lewis says found all this stuff on your YouTube for a depth trial. I love all the channels and loving all the continued streams. Wow. The trial this week. Oh, sorry. Loving all the continued streams from on the trial break. Someone is always live. Yes, of course. That was the link for Rob. I don't see him here yet. We have Upside Down saying Alita rules her room and schools on I cannot talk right now, guys. I'm so sorry. Multitasking is a beautiful thing. Andy P says, you guys are using some words on me today, and I cannot pronounce right now because I'm so sleepy. I have always wondered how there are no trademark issues in modern worship music. Every song is the same chords, G, C, D, C. That would be more of a copyright issue. And a lot of times when you're looking at melodies and chords and things like that, it's pretty hard to get a copyright for those because a lot of times they're just kind of like basic chords or melodies that people use. So those are hard to copyright, honestly. Okay, so Unicode doesn't show up in StreamYard. That's good to know. I don't know what you mean by that. My link, are you referring to my link? Betsy says maybe a yellow heart or a green heart. I was thinking a pink heart. My YouTube channel colors are pink and like a teal bluish color. So maybe a pink heart. But I kind of like the chocolate queen that someone posted. Feel like that's very boss. Betsy Beckham said yellow for your sunny personality or green because you talk about money matters. I like the concept. I definitely like the concept. And then we have Jensen Spear with the yellow flowers as an emoji. That could potentially work as well. I think I'm leaning towards between the Black Queen emoji and then the sunflower. I like that one too. I like the idea about the green and the yellow. However, it doesn't really go with my brand colors. So I don't know if I want to do that one. Attila says, good one, Betsy, with the sun. I like the sun too, honestly. Tanya says, what about this? It's girly. Yeah, that one's a good one as well. We have Nikki Lewis saying flamingo. Sent DM because link doesn't show up in the group chat. Reply with this link? Question mark. Rob, let me see if I could. I don't know. I don't have my Twitter signed up for copy. I usually just email it to myself. Email it to myself and then put it on my phone. Let's see. Trying to get Rob the link here so he can tell us some family law stories or tell us how he created this wonderful viral video that he created the other day. So let's see. Did I email it to myself? I did. And then I will copy the link, copy link, and then I will get on Twitter, or Twitter was probably easy to get it to Rob. And then I'm new to Twitter, so hopefully I'm doing this right. Wrong number. Okay, there we go. All right, I got the link to Rob. It should be in your DM, so I shall see you soon. Dickie says, need some sunflower seeds, making me hungry. Okay, for crying out loud, money with angel wings. Oh, that's kind of boss? Boss money? Flying money? Okay, I can see where you're going with it. With that, Upside Down says, I'll design your custom emoji for you when you're ready. I already have some ideas. I want those little I think Emily D. Baker has them for when you have memberships. You have those little, what are they called? The little things that the chat can have to put next to their name. I want those. So Upside Down, I will have to get your information to do that. All right, we have Rob in the building, saving me from going crazy. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You're not going crazy. Your chat's
Okay.
going crazy, but you're not
Yeah, the
going
chat's
crazy.
going crazy. We're trying to get the watch hours up.
Yeah,
So definitely appreciate you guys jumping in there and helping me out for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
kind of going through the chat. Was there anything you wanted to talk about? I know you said something about family law stories, or did you want to save that for a different
Well,
time?
I kind of want to hear your craziest or your top five because I know that every family law attorney has a top five. There's no way you can say my absolute craziest because they're all different levels of crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So I've only been doing family law for about a year now, so I don't know if I have top five quite yet. But I don't know. I feel like some of the ones that are my top will be the top craziest I'm still dealing with, so I don't want to talk about them
Okay, don't
online.
do
So
that. Yeah, don't do that.
yeah, yeah. So some of them I'm still dealing with. So I wouldn't be able to spill, but I'm sure the chat would love to hear your number one. What would
Oh,
be your number one, Kate?
so we're gonna go top five.
Okay.
One was a guy who came to me and was talking about how his wife was having an affair.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was talking to him for a solid 30 minutes, and he was talking about how it's so terrible that his wife was having this affair, and he said it was with another woman, and I was like, oh, keep telling me, keep telling me. And then come to find out, I was like, so how did this all start? Sorry.
Yeah,
And
no problem.
he goes, well, it started because we invited her into our house, and she was our girlfriend. And this
Mm-hmm.
was my first year in practice.
Yeah.
So my jaw just was like, hmm. Excuse me, what? Like she was both of your girlfriends? Yeah. So that was my introduction to Polly, I guess, about 10
Yeah.
years ago. 10 years ago, first year lawyer. That was kind of fun to find out.
Yeah, that happens more often than you would think, where couples will invite someone into the relationship and then one other person or one of the partners ends up liking the third partner more. So that happens a lot. I
Yeah,
haven't had that case yet though.
it's a matter of time. I'm betting probably within the next 6 months you'll get at least one.
Yeah. I've had where the husband accused the woman of dating another woman, but it wasn't like an agreeable thing. So I can only imagine when mine is going to come where they actually agreed at first, and then now the one of the partners is actually in a full on relationship with the new one.
Yeah. The other I had one where wife leaves the husband for another woman, and we go to trial. And on that trial date, I mean, they hadn't given me any discovery. They had given me nothing in response, nothing at all. Um, but we go to trial, and I had filed all my motions to get everything precluded. And we show up, and this the wife shows up with another person, and I person's wearing a suit. I go over and introduce myself, Rob Morton, representing so and so. And she goes, I'm her representative. And I said, okay, well, do you have a notice of appearance? She goes, no, I'm just her representative. So it turns out we go into court, and the person that was playing herself off as the representative was not an attorney. That was the new significant other. And
Yeah.
she stood up in front of the judge wearing this pinstripe suit, like pinstripe pantsuit, and was trying to argue, like, hey, judge, I can talk on her behalf. I'm her representative, and had to have a long discussion about how paramours and significant others can't really be your representative in court,
Yeah.
just even if they have a license.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't. Wait. So she had a license?
No, she did not. But she wanted to stand up, and she wanted to argue on behalf of her new girlfriend. Man, she was adamant. She was going to argue, and evidence and discovery be darned. Like, it was just it
Oh,
was
tell me
ridiculous.
about it. The evidence and what people submit to court or what they argue when they're pro se is just the judges try to cut it short over on my end, but oh man, it gets
And
very interesting.
the digital black box that I have on my servers at my firm, of all of the because everyone comes in and they accuse their spouse of cheating, and you say, well, you got to be able to prove it. And they all of a sudden they pull out their phone, and I'm like, I don't want to see it. I really don't want to see it. Please don't show me. But then obviously they send me the emails, or they drop off CDs, and I'm like, I'm just going to put this in a black box until I actually know I need it at trial, if I ever need it at trial, because don't want to see it. Nope, nope,
Yeah,
nope.
it's always the issue of someone else, um, either someone else or domestic violence is what I get a lot,
Yeah, and
or
the
someone
depth you
else that
heard
leads
thing.
to domestic violence.
Yeah,
Hmm.
always,
Hmm.
always. So where are you practicing right now? Are you in Maryland?
I'm in California.
California. Oh my gosh, so it's early.
Yeah.
You're tired at 6:30. We don't stop working until like 10.
Well, I woke up at like 2:30 a.m. last night and I couldn't sleep. I had a hearing that I knew was going to go off the rails and it went off the rails and now we're going to trial on it. So I couldn't sleep, and so I was up really early, and then I had that hearing all morning and then meetings back to back to back. So I didn't really eat lunch or anything like that. So, yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah, and to those of you in the chat that don't really realize, attorneys, when we have trial, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you like have to go to the bathroom or get a glass of water, the second that your eyes open and you try to go back to sleep, no chance. Your brain
Yeah.
starts going and you're up.
Yeah. I was just up watching the Wild Thornberries. I don't know if you know that cartoon.
Yes, I do know that cartoon. Yes, I do. The squiggly hair and the big buck teeth. Yeah, I remember that
Yep.
one.
Yep,
I
exactly. That's
remember.
what I was watching instead of sleeping and getting ready. Well, I was ready for the hearing. But
Yeah, don't say
yeah.
that on YouTube. Don't say I wasn't ready on YouTube.
No, I
Because
feel like I
Yeah, because we always walk into court cases like fully 100% prepared at all times, no matter what.
yeah, all the time. I don't think I've had too many bad clients, honestly. I think I've just dealt with bad opposing counsel. That's my least favorite part because with trademark, you don't really deal with any other attorney. Well, because I'm not doing litigation trademark, I'm just doing
Hmm.
application based trademark. So the only other attorney I deal with is an examining attorney, and they're usually pretty helpful. You're not on the phone arguing with them. Their client's not trying to convince you how and when the children should be picked up and just not agreeing on anything. Just anything you say is a fight. So I think I deal more with um, bad opposing counsel. Well, no, let me not say bad opposing counsel, difficult opposing counsel. I thought today I was doing pretty good negotiating. I'm not going to go too deep into it. And the opposing counsel said, "You're not going to get anywhere with these people." And I was just like, "What? I thought we were getting pretty far. Like, what are you talking about?" Just because he didn't want to negotiate.
Yeah, what I hate are the attorneys that don't realize that, like, we as attorneys, we play two roles. two roles. I'm a person, but then when I get in court, I have to be the advocate for my client.
Right.
Like when I'm talking to you as a person, talk to me as a person. We can have that discussion. Like if you want to tell me that your kid had a great soccer game, tell me your kid had a great soccer game. I want to hear it. But if you're
Right.
going to come in like and hate me just because I represent my client, I don't want anything to do with you. Like that's why do you have to be that way? Lawyers are
Right.
good. They're nice people. They
Yeah.
should be.
And I really feel like if you negotiate things just go so much smoother. I feel like everybody gets what they want, but a lot of times with family law, the emotions are so high they don't want to agree. But I just do not like the attorneys that don't want to work with you. I can understand the clients, but the attorneys that are just like, nope, we're not going to agree to that. I'm like, we can literally solve this if you just agree, and it
Yeah.
doesn't hurt your client at all. But I guess that's my fault for being the nice attorney. So I got to be a little aggressive with these certain opposing counsel.
But here's the thing. Don't lose that. Don't lose that. As someone who's practiced family law for 11 years, don't lose that. Don't let them turn you into something you're not. If you're going to be the good person, be the good person and just be that. Because and we've kind of talked about this on Alita's channel. Attorneys have different styles. And you're going to run into the a-holes. They're going to be there. Oh, battery's gone. She'll come
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
You're going to run into the attorneys. They're going to be the a-holes. But the last thing you should do is try to change who you are to be something you're not. And it'll change back, and it will not change back. What I'll say is being who you are is going to give you more success than you would ever imagine, because you'll attract people that are similar to your own personalities. So, yeah. And you're going to have the pain in the butt clients, period. It's just going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely have some of those pain in the butt clients. I'm going to pop over to the chat real quick. We have a question for us. We have Alita saying, unlicensed practice of law is fun. I think that was to the girlfriend that tried to represent.
But that is not a solicitation to the chat. You are not supposed to think that actual unauthorized practice of law is fun. That was sarcastic. She forgot to put the /s to say sarcasm.
We got it. All right. And Rossman Ranch says, what is pro se? So that's basically when a person is going in and representing themselves. You don't have a lawyer. You're going pro se. You're representing yourself. So there we go. We have, is this scarring? Is that saying scarring Rob or scaring Rob?
Yeah, that's scarring.
Okay, that's what I thought. Rosie says, dude, stand back, hold my beer.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh, what does that mean?
That was you ever hear the joke when someone's about to do something really stupid? Usually a guy doing something really stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Hold my beer. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Someone says my eyes. Lita says people who represent themselves in court. Yep. Thanks to legal bites. Isn't cheating irrelevant in no fault states unless you can demonstrate financial monkey business?
That's going to vary state to state. I can tell you what it's like in Virginia, but I can't tell you what it's like in other states. So if you do have that question specific to your issue, talk to an attorney in your state. But in Virginia, it's a little bit complicated. Cheating, if it has a monetary impact, is definitely a factor.
Right.
Even if it doesn't have a monetary impact, Virginia has the way of essentially interpreting cheating as being a negative, non-monetary contribution to the marriage. So essentially, yep, it gets analyzed as factors.
Yeah, in California, we don't really focus on it too much. It's generally irrelevant, especially when they try to bring it up in relation to same sex versus you were in a opposite sex relationship. So I've had issues with that as well. It's like we can't just talk about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Kelly says yes to wild thornberries. Yes, it keeps me company when I wake up in the middle of the night. Rosman says, where are you? General location in Cali. I grew up in NorCal, went to college on the Central Coast, and then lived in Southern California. Well, I went to law school in San Diego, so Southern Cal. And then I am currently in the Sacramento area. So up north for California. I hope that answers your question. I think
Beautiful
so. Pretty
area.
specific. What was that?
Beautiful area. Like I used to live in California back at like when I was in middle school, and that climate, man. Oh gosh.
Yeah. What part of California did you live in?
Danville. So outside of like Walnut Creek area, like up against Mount
Oh, okay.
Diablo.
Okay. So not too far from here, honestly. All right. We have Diggy saying those little things like that would get me caught up. Not exactly sure what you're referring to. Having to remember I'm always a walking ambassador and it counts. All right. Until it says 41 in the chat. Yes, smash the like button. I definitely appreciate that. We are reaching numbers that I have not reached before yet. So I
We're
definitely
gonna get
appreciate.
them.
What was that?
We're gonna get them.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get these watch hours, guys. All right. Rosie says grew up in Cali, escaped a feral pig on the run. Oh no. Okay, Rosie. Uh, reasonable speculation says so. If Bro already has 21K views, how much more does she need to have a monetized channel? To get monetized, it's not. I guess it could be about the views, but it's more about the watch hours and the subscribers. So you need 1,000 subscribers, which I have, and then you need 4,000 watch hours, which I don't have. So
Yep.
that's why we are asking you guys just to play my videos.
And here's the thing. We're gonna get Bri monetized the same time I get monetized. That's the
Are you
goal.
not already monetized?
Because YouTube, even though somehow between the two videos there's 43,000 watch hours, YouTube doesn't they don't update their metrics until the end of like the week. So
Oh, well,
so
you'll be monetized.
no, that's why I'm saying to your chat, we're gonna get Bri monetized at the same time I get monetized. So we're gonna get you the 4,000 hours by the end of the week, so that come Monday, you're gonna be monetized and I'm gonna be monetized.
Yeah, let's do it. The one thing about yours, I don't know how long you have the channel open, but I think there's also a restriction. You have to be on YouTube for 30 days. Have you heard about that one?
Not when, well, yes, that is a restriction when you don't. Well, we're not going to talk about mine because it went a little bit crazy. Like it
Okay.
went so viral that yeah, I have no idea how that happened or why that happened, and we're not going to talk about it because it's insane.
It's insane.
My DMs right now. Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah, I
That is
think I
awesome. I
need.
haven't had a viral video yet, so I don't know how it feels. I had a viral video on TikTok, kinda, but not as viral as your video still. So kudos to you. It was a great video. It was definitely a great video. So well deserved for sure.
Thank you.
All right. So we have Attila. I think you guys are just talking to each other. Great advice, Rob. Um, we have Alita saying 100% what Rob is saying about styles and just being who you are. Same in lawyer life and in YouTube life. Yes, I agree with that. But sometimes those aggressive attorneys just they make me mad, and then I have to be aggressive. But I do try to keep my cool. I try to keep the negotiations for my client, and I also try to save money for my clients. But some attorneys they will just run your bill up. I try not to because family law gets expensive.
It
It can.
does, and they don't have the money to spend it. They don't have the money to
Yeah.
spend. They don't.
hmm And so yeah, I try my best to work with my clients honestly. Um, but other attorneys will just be like, "Yeah, we're going to trial," and then they don't tell their clients like trial is $20,000. It's like, how do you not tell them that? But I definitely try to work with people as much as I can. But at the end of the day, we're lawyers and we have to pay our bills as well. So we
Yep.
can only do so much. So that's why it helps if you agree with your partner. Okay, so we have Raiti saying, why do you guys think lawyers get such a bad reputation? I think it's more past lawyers. I wouldn't really know. Um, I think the cost, people think that attorneys are bad because of the cost. Also, we are meant to advocate for our clients, and some people might take that as lying because you're telling the facts more, not more, but telling your facts as favorable to your client than to the other client, of course, because you want to win. So I think those will be the top two, is advocating for your client and people feeling like you're lying, and then the amount that lawyers cost. What would you say, Rob?
Um, I kind of agree with that. Like, look, if you look at the Depp trial, Benjamin Rottenborn is probably the best example. He's a good attorney. He is a
Mhm.
good attorney, and his arguments have been solid, and he's doing the best he can for his client. When he made that motion to dismiss, that was something, if you haven't seen it, go look it up. He makes this motion to strike the evidence at the end of the case in chief for Johnny Depp's side. And
Mhm.
the world went nuts, and they were like, this guy's so terrible. He's unethical. No, no, no. He's good. He's doing his job. Like I said earlier, when we go in court, we have to put a mask on. We actually have to become the advocate for our clients. And sometimes that means that we have to stand up and say things that on a personal level, if it was me talking to my best friend, I wouldn't be saying the same thing. And people project that onto us as people, and it's not fair. It's not right.
Mhm. Yeah. So I think that's why they get a bad rap. But other people may have other opinions, but I think those are probably the top two for sure. Attila says, and here she is on LawTube now. Not sure. Do you know what that's in reference to, Rob?
I don't know. If you're talking about Bri, Bri's been on LawTube. Bri is LawTube.
Thank you. The voice of Bree says nuclear luck. Reasonable speculation says if Bree has 21K views, how much more does she need to be monetized? A lot. I feel like I need a lot of watch hours, honestly, because I need about 2,500,
Yeah,
and I don't have any viral.
if y'all have different devices, just throw it on in the background of whatever you're doing. Not a
Yeah,
bad idea.
yeah, that would help me for sure. All right, we have Ruth Rose shouting out to Alita. We have Alita saying, "Thank you for covering me on the sarcasm, Rob."
I think she's delirious. I think she's been covering the Depp trial for so long, and she doesn't remember what daylight is and what nighttime is, because where she's covering it, it's like solid pitch black throughout the day. So
Yes.
yeah, it's awesome what she's doing.
Oh, yeah, she's killing it over there on the trial, and it is showing on her channel. She definitely deserves it. All right, we have nuclear scientists and engineers have their own styles. I can tell you that. I think that's an agreement with the attorneys having their own style. Rosie O'Donnell says, I escaped Maryland too. South Carolina is my domain pig pen. Oh, she was the one saying that she escaped from California. Okay. For crying out loud, that was scarring Rob with TMI, your clients with sharing those phone photos. Oh, okay.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that is kind of scarring when they do stare that. Like, that's why I kind of just don't look at it unless I absolutely know it's going to trial.
Yeah. It's best when they can sort it out for you
Yeah.
without the graphic pictures. Alita says, I wish I could stick around longer. Need to finally pull myself away and go to bed. Have a great rest of the stream, y'all. Thank you, Alita. Thank you for stopping by. Definitely, definitely
Yep.
appreciate
What I said earlier, get some sleep.
it. Yes. Take a, or not take a nap, get some actual sleep, like I plan to do tonight. Okay. We have Rosie saying, Legal Bites, I'll tuck you in a little later.
Oh
Rosie is
my. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, throw some, you know what? Throw some thirst her way, because the amount of DMs that she threw my way, good retaliation, chat.
really? It's the same person.
All the stupid, like break the bed, like all that junk. Like, oh my
Oh,
gosh.
she commented that earlier too.
I know. That's why I need mods for my DMs. I'm just gonna send someone back there to look at all those so I don't have to.
Yeah, that's a good idea. AG says Sacktown. Okay, representing if you're close by. Night Alita, GIF or GIF.
That
Oh,
was a joke that Alita made. Alita pronounces it GIF, which I just don't understand. It to me it's GIF. It's always been GIF.
yeah. I think I interchange them, honestly. We have Rosie, Central Coast of Cali. Awesome, I miss it. Okay. Rob is new. Yeah, you would be new to LawTube. I'm new to LawTube too, honestly. I
I've been
came in.
watching since Rittenhouse, but just jumped on in this trial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably joined maybe a week or two before this trial.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm new too. But I was already doing stuff online. I just wasn't a part of the group yet. All right. Rob is on Messino. On Messino? I don't know what that means.
I think it's supposed to be Rob's on a mission. Yes, I'm on a
Oh,
mission to
Michigan.
get Bri monetized. Because
Yes,
honestly,
I'm on
like,
that mission.
yeah, with all the jokes that get thrown about Rob getting monetized and Rob having this video go viral, I quite literally would not be here, sitting right here, if it were not for everyone else in LawTube, quite honestly, dragging me to get on LawTube or get on YouTube and make a video. So yeah, everyone else on LawTube deserves the credit. Go like and subscribe to Bri and everyone else that's part of this community.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. And we have Stagger saying, watching. Gotta get both monetized. Yes, that is true. All right. Kelly says, my favorite part of 2020 so far is Rob just showing up to LawTube and going viral. Boss moves. You were just talking about that.
Like
For
I have the most like unique, weird understanding and
yeah,
woodworking, and somehow this trial asked for that. I was like, okay, sure, why not? And
it just happened to go together. I think you have the most crazy story of everybody on LawTube, if I'm not mistaken.
who
Hopping on
knows?
there. For crying out loud, is it considered a week tomorrow, Rob, or Friday? How long have you been on YouTube?
So YouTube, the channel, I opened the channel at 8:30 p.m. I think on Friday, and that was when the chat found out about the channel. And then come Saturday, I think there were 5,000 subscribers. And then come Sunday, I jumped on, like, I think it was Hogue or Alita's channel, and kind of walked through what the analysis was of the breaking the bed thing. And they yelled at me to get off of the stream so that I could make the video. I made the video and released the video at 2:30 a.m. on Monday, like 2:30 a.m. Like, that's why when you see the video, my eyes are like this. And then today, I don't even know what the numbers are.
Yeah, you're killing it. You are killing it for sure. All right. We have Tanya saying, Rob, did you write out a script for your viral video or just freestyle it?
If you look at how I walked through the actual statements that were given in the UK, you have to at least map out where you're going, like Bri did at the beginning of this stream before it went completely sideways, and we hijacked her chat.
It was
Which chat? Yeah, thank you guys. But before it went sideways, she had a plan. She really did, and it would have gone great if it wasn't for third-party participants. But you have to have a plan of what you're going to do, and the number of times that you sit in front of that camera and you click like record, and it records, and you're halfway through and you freeze and you go and you stop and you go, that was crap, and you throw it away and you click again. Yeah, you have to have a plan.
Yeah. Yours was good. I felt like if you didn't have a script, it seemed like you had it, like it was very point.
Yeah.
You did a good job.
That's 11 years of trial experience, and also kind of just that's
yeah. It was good. Seemed like it wasn't the first one for sure. All right, so we have Christina saying you could do some videos on sports agent as well as those videos might go viral. I would have to see how to tie it into what I'm doing over here. It seems like my channel tends to like the trademark stuff and the celebrity lawsuit stuff. So I would probably have to see how to tie it in as far as sports agents or sports makeup. And I don't want to get another copyright claim, so I don't know.
You already got a copyright claim?
Yeah, I did a video about Megan the Stallion last week, and TMZ copyright claimed it for like 20 seconds of the video, and I haven't gotten a response back.
Freaking TMZ.
Freaking TMZ. That was so.
Can I copyright claim anyone for reposting? No, I can't, because that's public.
For which one?
Any of the viral stuff that's gone around, like
for your
copyright
video?
claim. Yeah, no, it's not mine. I
Oh,
don't own it.
copyright
YouTube owns
claim
it.
TMZ just to bother them. All right, we have Bree can help Rob level up his thumbnail game. I don't think I'm that good at thumbnails. I just kind of throw it together. I don't know. Did you look into thumbnails before you posted, or did you just kind of post?
No. Rob needs to level up on editing, thumbnail. Rob needs to level up on all this game. So yeah,
It's
any assistance from Bree or anybody else on LawTube, I'm here for it.
it'll come easy to you once you start doing it a little bit more often. All right. So we have Rosamond saying, I'm in a different state now. I have an idea. If I needed a trademark or copyright lawyer, could you be hired? I don't know how that works state to state, nationally, internationally. So luckily for you, trademark law and copyright law is federal, so I can help you out on those. So when you're talking more state things like contracts, family law, what else? Some other stuff, then you are going to want a lawyer in your actual state. All right. Attila says, legit question for y'all. Pregnant women doing porn, child abuse? I mean, there is definitely a minor involved. I don't know about that.
I'm not going to go into that. I think it's going to vary by state.
Right. Okay. Callie Tangerine says, for Bree, maybe the Drake case, re estate of Smith v. Graham, fair use, folks. Love Drake. So maybe that will get some views.
You should make a note
Um,
of that. That's a good one.
I don't know if I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, write it down. I haven't seen it.
I'm wondering what song that's for, because that's going to be a yeah. Okay, I'll look into that. But something that Drake did, so my audience will probably like talking about Drake, honestly. Um, Attila said, I meant that for Bree is gonna be blowing up on LawTube. I hope so. Reasonable speculation says you should definitely cover Drake. Okay, I'll have to look into it. Rotten board, unethical comes into play. People and legalese don't mix. It sounds like conflation and confusion when dealing with the obvious. I think that has to do with what you said about people getting upset with what is it called? Rottenborg for basically making that motion to dismiss.
Yeah, making his case.
All right. Um, Running vids on a couple of devices, Jill. Thank you so much. That will be greatly appreciated. Thank you for your answer. It's insane. Bad reputation follows lawyers no matter which country. But hey, gotta do what you gotta do. Greetings from Venezuela. Welcome, welcome. Um, yeah, honestly, I see a lot of lawyers with a lot of bad reviews that still get a lot of clients. So it's it could be hurtful if you do something really bad, but a lot of times the attorneys, at least that I work with, they still get clients. All right, so they said bye to Alita. Poor Rob laughing gets a ton of whenever she goes on Ricada channel. I haven't been
That's
on
true.
Ricada channel yet.
No,
Have
she's
you
talking
been?
about Alita.
Oh,
The second Alita jumps on a Ricada's channel, um, the chat just goes, oh, yeah, the chat goes rated R.
really?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been on his channel yet. I've watched a couple of his streams, but I don't really pay attention to the chat when he's on there. Callie Tangerine says, as a viewer, the Rob and Mike Thirst Snapchats are hilarious. Yeah, someone you weren't on there anymore. I was on Joe's channel on what was that Sunday, and you weren't there anymore, and someone was asking you on a date. Yeah, I don't know what it is. What you guys are doing to these people? Oh yeah, Mike. Law talk with Mike. Yeah. All right, and then so upside down says, "I'll mod for you, Rob." So you got someone willing to be
Okay.
your mod. Um, Rosamond Ranch says that was hilarious. So many wood and bed puns and jokes. I was dead.
Yeah, and Emily showed up in chat and brought her entire Purple Heart crew with her and
Yeah,
just egged it on to infinity and beyond. Oh,
yeah.
wow. Didn't realize there was a pun there.
Yeah. Did they do it under your video too, or just in other people's chats?
It was in chat, and then Emily kept on sending super chats to both keep Hogue on, and so he couldn't like rest, and also to feed the thirst. And it was a lot of discomfort for me sitting
Yeah.
in this chair.
Yeah, I missed that one. I might go watch it to see what you guys had to deal with. Kelly C says Hope probably played up thirst traps more than Alita. Rosie, I would never mod. I'm too well. You know the thing. Well, you would probably be the one needing to be modded.
Yeah, when you're encouraging the thirst, you got to
Yeah,
not be a mod.
right. Exactly. You're gonna be setting it off for you. For crying out loud, the best was Rob accidentally walking into an innuendo and Alita losing it. Was that on Hope's channel too?
That was, I don't know when that was. Every time, the worst one was when we were actually watching the Amber Heard trial, and
Mm-hmm.
people were starting to throw in thirst, and you were getting chats. And I remember because I'd sit here like this when I'm watching, and someone threw in a freaking super chat and was like, I don't see a ring on Rob's finger. And I was like, oh. And then all of a sudden it was just Mike Rob, Mike Rob, Mike Rob. And Alita lost it. Like she could not hold it together.
Yeah. I can only imagine. People are very interested in your personal lives too.
Apparently.
Yeah. Why is Depp/her trial about whether or not Depp is an abuser? Shouldn't it be whether or not he was convicted of whatever crime that is, and if Heard said he was an abuser? No. So for domestic violence abuse, especially in California, which I believe that's where the temporary restraining order was, it was under family law, if I'm not mistaken. Do you know that, Rob?
The only thing I know about the TRO is it was ex parte proceeding, and
Yeah.
that's it.
So it was most likely under family law because generally in California, there's an emergency restraining order that you can get from the police, and then a temporary restraining order that you can get in family law. Generally, when you're looking at criminal restraining orders, I'm not sure if they do temporary or if they just send it to family law, honestly. Um, but having the temporary restraining order does not necessarily mean that Amber Heard was able to prove that Johnny Depp actually abused her. But it wouldn't really matter if he got convicted anyways, because you can be a domestic violence abuser without being convicted, or without anyone ever reporting you either. So since Amber Heard said she was a survivor, then she has to prove that Johnny Depp was an abuser. So that's why they're focused on that part of it, to prove whether it's defamation or not. All right. So we're getting into Rob's counts. We have 361,000 views right now. And we have with the 69K on the other video, and then 25.4K subs in a week. Rob is killing it. Killing it. All right. Hashtag our fault. Tilla, so sorry for my part in hijacking the chat. I think it's too late to apologize, guys. I think we're almost done though here, but then they keep coming. So, thanks, Boss Bri. Thank you, Rosman. Thank you for participating in the chat so much. It definitely kept it rolling here. Callie Tangerine says Drake for his song Pound Cakes versus Jimmy Smith rap. I don't even think I'm familiar with the song Pound Cakes. So yeah, I'll have to look into that. Callie Tangerine covered the Drake case in my presentation, and folks really do love Drake for some reason. People do love Drake.
Yeah, go figure. People love Drake. Like, that's an astounding observation. People love Drake.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
I would be interested to see whenever he goes out of style, or if he will ever go out of style. People do love Drake. Diggy says that comment was out of context now. Okay, I think that was one that I read earlier. Rosie says, anyone want to buy a Birkin bacon bag? Get a 12-pack of toilet paper for free. 20K up front. Let's go. I don't know if you were here earlier. We covered the trademark lawsuit of Hermes, the owner of Birkin bags. And Rosie said that she was going to make a bacon Birkin bag.
Let's get Bri a Birkin bag. Come on. If you get enough subscribers, if we
If we
get
can get some
enough people in
context,
this chat, we're
yeah.
gonna get you a Birkin bag.
Well, it's too exclusive. I don't think they will invite me to the store to get the Birkin bag. We would have to buy like a $5,000 scarf first before they ever consider.
Rosie O'Donnell is probably one of the funniest people I've seen. I'm looking in the chat like on here, like as it's coming down. She
Yeah.
goes, who is Drake? Yes. We know you're trolling. Awesome, by the way.
I think I got trolled for the first time last week, and I didn't realize I was being trolled. So I just kind of laugh it off. Yeah. Okay. So we have Rotten Board made me laugh more than it should have. Oh, because I called him the wrong name. Fam Law question. Before SCOTUS leaked stuff and the possible changes, have y'all ever heard of a man suing to prevent abortion of his child? Were they successful? Have you heard of this, Rob? I don't think I have.
Yes, it happens all the time, and no, they're never successful.
Yeah. I think that's interesting if they really do overturn that. I think it's going to be a lot of outrage. Well, there kind of already is a lot of outrage.
And you know what's funny? Regardless of the opinions of the chat and everything else, Uncivil, Kurt has he breaks down constitutional law questions better than I think anyone I've ever like listened to. And if I don't care if you agree with his assessment or not, or if it's an opinion, but he is great analysis, so he's a good one to look at too.
Okay. Yeah, he did have I think he has a couple videos out about it, right?
Yeah, he had one today too.
Yeah, I saw him live. Jill says Rakeda chat can definitely get rough. I've seen it get rough. I've just never seen it directed towards Alita before. Callie says, were you on Alita's chat when that guy was like just throwing flirts at Alita and she didn't catch it?
The creepy flirts.
Yeah, the creepy ones. She did not
in my
catch
head,
it.
I was thinking like Bones wind chimes. Like, this is scary. I don't like this.
Yeah.
This guy's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And then in the back room, Runkle was sending like private chats going, maybe we don't read anymore from this dude.
Yeah. Yeah, because at first I was like, okay, the first one is like, oh, it could be cast off as anything, and then the next one I was like, oh, is he talking to her? But yeah, I can only imagine how crazy it gets. I haven't got anything too crazy yet, so hopefully it stays that way. Attila says Farmer's Horde is a special breed. I'm not sure what that means. Camille rocks. Looking forward to her cross. She was on the Amelie makeup, like I think they mean the Amica makeup, like white on white. Amica.
Yeah, I have a law crush on her.
Oh, really?
just the objections. I just love the way she argues.
Yeah. The Cali Tangerine says the best part of Elaine is the chat, or the best part was Elaine in the chat thirsting for Mike. I think I might have missed that one. I've seen a couple of people come for Mike for sure, but I don't know if I remember Elaine specifically. Attila says should have said a rockin' boy. Remember, no one likes him. That's beat applaud you guys for reading every chat, but as your channel grows, I think you might want to randomly select a few and won't be able to keep up at that point. Yes, I am learning that. I like to give everybody recognition, so I have to learn how to skip something. Can't wait till y'all get monetized. Me too. The who's Drake? I see it. All right. But I am getting ready to wrap up here. I need to go.
You need to go get some rest. Eat some food.
Yeah, definitely need to do that and get my life together over here. Let's go with Dickie's. Kurt explained the leak very well. Hit points the audience wouldn't and likely couldn't understand. Okay. Yeah, I haven't had time to sit down and watch the full thing yet. Soap and Clay says, my two favorite law tuber, hopes the night's great. Oh, awesome. The two newbies here. Kurt is fantastic at dissecting all the intricacies of law and decisions. All right, and I think we have a couple more big ones, so I'm going to try to do those ones. Actually, Rosie says, I play guitar and stuff. Seriously, I'm not kidding. Pigpen isolation is a real diagnosis. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Right. All right, upside down. No, the compact cover up makeup, not Amica cream. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. There was two different situations there. You're right. Mermaid in the ICU. I think this is the first time I'm seeing you on the stream today, so welcome. I'm looking forward to Camille's cross as well. She's going to shake up the lies on top of lies that Amber Heard has built. I do not think that Amber Heard is going to be able to contain or continue to have her little whiny crying that she's been doing for
Nope.
on direct. I think she's gonna get mad.
I think so too. And Camille,
Mhm.
and just based on, like, I made the comment when Spidey was on there, like whenever Camille would object, you would see Amber who was emotional, and all of a sudden her face would go like,
Yeah.
and then back to
Oh
emotional. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
yeah. She is. I don't know. She just comes off as disingenuous to me. Tanya says, Rob, are you the one planning to go to court for cross examination?
Yeah, and I think Runkle might be there for the jury deliberations too. And I think we might do a live stream like super early in the morning on
Mhm.
the day we're waiting in line.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be fun. Rosamond said, I watched all of Uncivil Law's videos today and others. I really enjoyed his understanding and interpretation of the Constitution. Very knowledgeable. Love watching LawTubers' expertise. Yes, thank you for that. The Uncivil is covering it. Um, and we all have different specialties. So he's definitely killing it over there. Rob is killing it with the analysis on the bed, and we're trying to
Oh,
get me my.
did you have to throw that? Did you have to throw it in there?
Yes, it's exciting. Don't be
Okay.
like, don't be like shy about it. All right. So Attila says, very glad to see y'all growing. Hope the best for everyone. Thank you, Thomas Brown. I have to say, someone relatively new to LawTube, I've loved being able to see everyone's different content. Content super informative and very awesome video, Rob. Yes, I
Thank you.
definitely agree. Okay, you guys keep coming with the chats, but I have to go, so I'm just gonna read this
Shit,
last
gotta
one from
go.
Sophie. Bree, I'm going to send you an email re video collaboration on trademark law. My audience always has questions, and it would be great to get more eyes on you. Okay, definitely. I'm on Twitter and on Instagram, so feel free to send on either one. All right. With that being said, we are closing out. So I'm sorry for the people that I didn't get to the chat on. Thank you for derailing my live stream. We didn't finish the Meta trademark case, but it wasn't that interesting anyways. So it's okay that you guys derailed me. Thank you, Rob, for coming on to the live stream. And I will see the chat on Thursday if you guys are available to join the live stream. Make sure to hit the like button. Let's help me out in the algorithm. So
Do
see you
it.
later.
Do it.